with your library whiskers.
That's the cue. That's the audio cue. Here we go. I think we're starting.
Yeah.
I think this is actually happening.
It looks good.
we're in motion. Let me turn this so that people don't see what brand of brew that is.
Because they're not sponsoring us, but they can if they want to.
Straight up. Welcome all to the None of Our Business podcast, episode 13. We are your hosts.
Is it?
Yeah,
episode 13?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's crazy. Yeah. You interrupted me rudely.
I was just trying to steal your thunder.
I gotta start over. Welcome welcome all to the None of Our Business podcast, episode 13. We are your hosts, Philly fanatic,
That's me.
philanthropy, philosophy,
Phillip.
Philly cheesesteak,
Oh, that's a lot of.
sane, silent tempo,
One of these days, we're going to find one that sticks.
and I'm Joe.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We
He's
have
mad
a
at
very,
me.
we have a very special guest today.
Very special.
Welcoming our boy Devon over, marketing genius.
Hey.
Picking it up. Welcome, Dev.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? How y'all doing?
We're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, we're just out here. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
For most of you, all of you will be hearing this on Monday, but we, as some of you may know, we do record on Sundays. So it just happens to be Super Bowl Sunday. It's a very special event going on. That's why we're missing our other co-host, Cianan.
We miss you out there.
You know
man.
what? I have to say, this is a good-looking bunch.
Oh, yeah.
So when you remove Cianan, I think we might have found your replacement, buddy.
Whoa. I'm not trying to shut anybody down. I'm just here.
You missed one time.
Hold on, guys.
Awkward.
Nah, we're kidding. No, Cianan decided he wanted to make other plans for today and decided to head over to a little Super Bowl party.
It's okay. We look like Ocean's 11, so it's all
Better
right.
yet,
You know,
Ocean's 10.
Ocean's
didn't even come out.
10. Damn.
I didn't, huh?
The unpublished.
I know. That's crazy.
Wait,
Now that you say that.
Now that you mention it, there's the
Wasn't-
Ocean's 8 with all the ladies, the beautiful, very
That's Ocean's
powerful,
8.
independent, and successful women. That was condescending, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, why did you have to state
you got to
I-
give them a light too.
Yeah,
There's a
just
light
you.
for everyone.
I wanted to show my support of them. I think I went too far.
it was a little heavy. It was a
Can
little
support
heavy.
go too far?
I think it can, to the point where it's condescending a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. I think you just did that. I think you said we have to emphasize that it was an all-woman cast.
You know what it was? I was
Asshole.
watching plenty of videos, and I saw them all bonding, and it was Aquafina and Julia Roberts and a couple of others.
Aquafina's taking off, man.
Yo,
She did this Ocean's 11.
She's
a
K-Town
Crazy Rich-
representative.
Yeah, she is. She's a K-Town rep.
her and Dumbfounded and a couple of people that
Big ups to them.
they had like a
man.
music festival called Spam and Eggs here in
remember.
Koreatown. Yeah, and they joined forces with the Far East movement, and that's where it really launched. And then Toki Monster and Anderson .Paak and a bunch of other people came together,
Yeah.
and so like they're a whole camp.
I'm very happy for not just the Asian community, but for the Korean community as well, because they're incredibly overlooked. I mean, just the Asian community in general, especially in Hollywood, they're
Yeah.
super overlooked.
Yeah.
So the fact that a lot of their careers are blossoming, not just Korean, but just Asian in general, but specifically Korean, because I
lots of friends.
I have lots of Korean friends.
Reading
and
and
I
writing
live-
Korean
I
over
live
here,
in-
you know what I mean?
I live in Koreatown, so I gotta
Represent.
big up. I gotta rep.
Where's
gotta
it at?
rep
Where's it at?
K-Town, A-Town.
Well, I mean, I can't go out without representing Japan. I mean,
Oh, he was
Come
like,
on.
well,
Come on. I mean, what is this?
yeah,
This is the None of Our Business podcast. We watch anime. We play JRPGs.
we're out here everywhere, all day,
You know?
every day.
Dude, I'm so happy. Like Kingdom Hearts came out. I don't know if you're big on like video games.
Red Dead Redemption.
No, okay. I mean, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's you.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
you.
it's more than me.
but I play Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out this week, and it's the first actual, because there are a lot of spin-offs and shit, but it's the first actual direct sequel in the series.
to the original.
To the original.
Everything
in
was
13
like-
years. It's been
Fuck.
13 years.
Explain it to me. I'm not.
I
familiar.
cannot explain it. I cannot. The Kingdom Hearts series is so convoluted. It's crazy. It'd be almost impossible to explain the storyline. But basically,
I
let
like
me
those
give it a
odds.
shot.
I like those odds.
Let me give it a
Almost
shot.
Challenge
possible.
accepted.
I didn't say it was impossible. I said nearly.
Man.
All right, so damn, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so the Kingdom Hearts series is a collaboration between Disney and Square Enix, which they make the Final Fantasy series. They're pretty huge. They're a pretty huge game company. So they did a collaboration in 2002 with Disney, which was Kingdom Hearts, and basically they took some of their characters and took some of the Disney properties and they put them all in the game together. And basically the story is this kid, he has ambitions to leave his island where he lives and just become a bigger person. You know, he wants to be somebody. And he has two other friends. They make a pact. They're going to leave together. But one night, some crazy stuff happens and one of their friends gets abducted.
Okay.
So these kids are like, damn, well, we're going to leave anyway, so we got to go find her. And then it turns out like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, all these characters come out to help these kids. And the story is just crazy from there.
Wild.
It's pretty dope. honestly, it's pretty dope. But like I said, it's gotten so deep
Convoluted.
and yeah, convoluted that
New
it's just
parts.
like, dude, there's like a spin-off to a spin-off to a spin-off.
See, that's the one thing that I couldn't get down on like sci-fis. Like when you have like a superpower or like Harry Potter. Let's take Harry Potter. For example.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan.
I'm listening. Oh,
But I get it. It's
we
super
are
popular.
we are
A friend of
Friend
the
of-
wizard community.
friend
Okay.
of the wizarding, the
Okay.
potheads.
Okay.
We are friends
He said,
of
he
the
said,
potheads.
he said, no, but we do want to hear this. We
Okay.
do want to
No,
hear this.
So here it is. So like I love the cinematic. I love the effects. I love the creativity. But what gets me is that once Harry Potter learns something new, it's like, okay, now he has this skill. But what does that skill really entail? Now I'm guessing like what power do you really have? And what are your limitations? Because then I'm like, okay, he can do this, but I forgot. Oh yeah, he has that power too. So now I'm kind of backtracking how many powers to keep up with. And I'm just like, okay, he's just God. He just knows everything. He can do everything.
Okay. I mean, do you follow Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm familiar, but I'm familiar.
You don't know Ultra Instinct?
Okay, no, it's okay. No, that's another. Okay, okay, but you play Red Dead.
Yes.
You get new skills on Red Dead all the time.
Okay.
All right, so it's just part of the game. You're gonna learn new skills all the time. Some you'll keep, some you'll retain. Some are more useful to you, and then others just disappear. And that's the way an RPG is.
Okay.
Skills in video games are like friends. They come around, they open up possibilities for you, and they might end up leaving not by your choice or by their choice or by your choice by removing them from their life. But either way,
No, that's true. Like say, I don't know if they have this in Red Dead, but you'll learn like a quick draw move that you're gonna use one time in a gunfight, and then the chances you'll use that move again are very slim. Like
My brother can contest to this. There's the one move. The one move is to turn around really quick and already be aiming. That's the one move that nobody can actually get down. You're trying to hop and skip and jump. Someone's shooting in the back of you. You're trying to turn around. By the time you turn around, you're dead.
yeah,
Okay. That's one skill I have to get down.
Hey, and if it works, it works.
now I
man.
want to play this game. So it's a shooting game?
It's an old western, yeah.
Old
it's a
Western.
sequel. Well, technically, it's a prequel, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's a prequel to Red Dead Revolver,
Mr. Martian.
and then Red Dead Redemption, because that was the first one. Red Dead Revolver was the first one on like PlayStation 1, and then Red Dead Redemption came out on PS3, 3. No, the first Red Dead.
Yeah. 3.
Three,
The first one,
and
three.
then the new
Prequel.
one, which was like, I want to say maybe 6 years later.
Hmm.
It was
Took a
Red
minute.
Dead 2. Yeah,
Took a
it's been a minute since the sequel.
And they haven't
So-
made like
Oh shit! Look, it's the trailer. Okay, it's the trailer to the new Avengers.
Oh, that's right. So we're watching the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
if I'm
we're-
not mistaken.
Actually, ladies and gentlemen, we're watching the Super Bowl commercial for the commercials. You know, we're here for the commercials.
That's really what we're here for.
Yeah,
It's all rigged. It's
Everyone.
all fake.
all
we know
this
who's
other
gonna
shit.
win.
Who cares about the game? Who cares if someone gets injured or someone breaks a leg? I'm here for the commercials, the
It
$1 million commercials.
Yeah. Oh man, the budgets behind these.
The
things,
budgets
dude.
on these commercials are like movie budgets. Like independent movies can be made for less than what these commercials
Wasn't
get made for.
the 1984 commercial Super Bowl commercial or something like that? There was like a commercial that used the George Orwell-esque story of Big Brother watching you, but it was like one of the most controversial Super Bowl commercials that ever hit the screen.
Oh,
But
shit.
it sold.
No, I might
But
have to look that
what
up.
it was when Apple was first going to release their iPhone versus all the other ones.
That
They-
big.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
And so they used that, and it became controversial. But it's because of that it like
That it blew up.
quintupled the sales
Mhm.
course.
of Apple, and that's how they were able to get into the market. And then from there, they started hiring Justin Long to be the guy who's
Mhm.
different. You know, on the commercials, remember he would just be like the other guys,
Mhm.
and then them.
And then Mac.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Mac.
we kind of just
Hi,
forgot
I'm
about
PC.
that, right?
Those were great commercials. That was some great marketing, right?
And
Just the-
Devin,
That's
that's
agree.
what you've studied, right?
That is what I study. And all concept, to be more specific, I study everything. Because I mean, you can never
A
not learn
Renaissance
something.
man.
Exactly.
Yes.
Trick of all trades, jack of all trades.
Trick of all trades.
Trick
is
of
cool
all
too.
trades is that new shit.
That's the one I'm trying to get.
That's the one off, ladies. I mean, no, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
Oh, wait a
Wait a
minute. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick
Fellas.
off. Let's kick off. Pats get the ball. Anyway,
And
so
they're
we're just
off.
letting people know
And
that the
now
game
they're
has
off on the
started.
20-yard line. Now they're
So-
off on the 30-yard line.
Right. That's what it's every time.
So now you guys kind of know when we record this podcast. If we just told you when kickoff was. Oh, man, this is great.
Do you guys play any sports?
No,
Ah.
no.
I have to openly admit nobody played catch with me when I was a kid, and well, they did once. I'm not gonna lie, once, but mostly they just gave me nunchucks and had me fuck around and like learn like martial arts. And so I tried to play with friends sometimes, but
You'd
I
end
just-
up kicking them. In
I
the
always
head,
end up
you know?
being aggressive. You know what I mean? Like
Rugby. You have to go to rugby.
fucking A, you're right.
Crikey,
Oh, no,
right. You play
Everything.
everything, of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
You're tall, you're
I didn't say
athletic.
that was aggressive.
Wait a minute. Whoa. We are a friend
We
of the
are a friend
athletic
of the
community.
athletic
Okay?
community. I'm not making fun of any athletes because I respect the shit out of them.
Exactly.
I follow
Cool.
basketball closely. You know, my Clippers just lost today to the Raptors, but it's okay because they had a back-to-back and they were going to be tired. I get it. You know, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So
I don't. But what? Okay, so what makes you bring up sports? Because so you're a player of all. So wait, let me get this straight. You study all things, and now so you also play all sports.
Yeah, I mean, all in high school, I was track, basketball, football, anything that was physical. I was
Mhm.
tall. Had to use your physical status to your advantage.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
And then ever since I started getting to school more seriously, I was never really a school guy. But once I started getting into more seriously, I said, okay, let me pull back from sports because I can always just do sports and be an athlete wherever.
Natural aptitude.
Natural.
Right,
okay.
right.
But it just came down to just being more into school. But I mean, sports wise, it's fascinating. Just watching it. If I can't play it, I'll watch it.
What are your projections for this game? Just
Okay.
It's a lot of pressure.
Okay, so here it goes. Here's where I want to win.
I'm gonna place my bets after this, just so you know.
Rams
Too late.
need to win. I want the Rams to win. But there's too much political bullshit in
Yeah.
the air. You got deflation of balls. You got refs picking sides. I don't know. I can't pinpoint.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't pinpoint.
That was the whole controversy with the Rams and the Saints. That some of the refs were from LA. You know, they took sides. I mean, you got the whole deflate gate with the Patriots and how they've been thought to be alleged cheaters
It doesn't make
throughout,
sense. It's not fair.
you know, the 10, 12 years that they've, you know, scored these rings and bullshit. Anyway,
Fucking plastics and metals and bullshit.
I know.
trophies, yes.
But-
but I mean, if I'm putting my money down, it's probably going to be on the Patriots. But
I think so
that's
too.
reluctantly,
But maybe that's what everybody wants. You know what I mean?
naturally.
That's the move that everybody's thinking. So I don't know. I think the Rams might win, only because they are the underdog and Tom Brady isn't going to retire yet.
Yeah.
They're talking about. Well, Tom Brady said it himself. He was thinking of quitting like in his mid 40s.
Mm.
So he's 40 or 41 right now.
He's chasing something.
Yeah. So I mean, just because he doesn't win his 10th this time, or I mean, this is his 10th one, but he will win his 6th. Just because he doesn't win his 6th one this time doesn't mean he won't win. Oh shit! They just got an interception. Wow. Well, there you go.
Whew.
Interception, Rams.
Rams are off to a good start.
See, so I'm watching the exact same thing you guys are watching, and it's having zero impact on my emotions.
Philly's the
I
guy.
feel it. I'm looking at your face. You're like,
huh? Look at that.
They threw some at him. They caught it. And
That was
don't get me
beautiful,
wrong.
dude.
I'm looking at the athletic overall nature of what they're
You're
doing.
seeing the ripped men's bodies, and you're just admiring the
You know what I mean?
shapes and the contours of their muscles.
leaving the microphones. Like that's the scene. As I see.
That's what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm looking at.
That's the stuff that I'm looking at.
the
There's
physique.
beauty in everything. I mean, hey.
That's amazing.
You're gonna tell me you didn't see those lats?
Look at
so,
that.
So you went from being an athlete of sorts to becoming an athlete of the mind, specifically.
More or less, yeah.
And
Hey,
do you
that's cool.
pursue your education with the same sort of gumption that you did sports or like interest, or have you found that crossover to be something that has led you to insights that most people who don't start off as an athlete and then try to take studies seriously?
I'm gonna keep it real. I just figured as an athlete, I was thinking forefront, like in the future. Being an athlete, you got to be 100% serious. You got to be like, all right, my body's gonna be this for the rest of my life. I need to be on here or have a backup plan. And my
Right.
mind is like, I'm probably not gonna be the next Tom Brady. I'm probably not gonna be the next Kobe Bryant. So let's start getting more realistic with my goals in the future, the next 5 years, 10 years. And so even my mother, my brother, my father, they're like, yeah, you need to either have some sort of degree, that paper,
Right.
or be passionate and start making that steps towards what you actually like doing in the fucking real world.
Mhm.
And like everyone in my age, I don't know what the fuck I want to do with my life. Everything fascinates me. Everything is interesting. Everybody is interesting. There's something new. You learn something. I learn something new at my job every day. I work in maintenance, and there's always something new, something physical, some new person that gives you some insight. I just met a recorder that he's starting his own web series, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's recording on campus. Like, yeah, what are you doing? I'm just starting something. It's got a camera, and I decided to just start shooting. I was like, that's fucking dope. I love people that
Just because.
starts exactly
Yeah.
just start some shit. Everybody can talk and have this idea of what they want to do, but then if you're actually making the steps to do it, I applaud the fuck out of that. Like, that takes guts.
That's kind of how this started. We would just chop it up, and we're like, "Fucking, let's just record it."
That's why I
Let's
reached
just record
out.
it.
That's
See
awesome,
what happens.
dude.
Let's just see what happens. And then Philly had already been doing his thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, sure,
Why
it's
not?
not going to hurt us, And-
Right.
and
It's only helped us, actually.
yeah, it's definitely only helped us." But you're right. It's just about taking that step, just saying, "All right, boom, got to do it."
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. So that's dope. You're right. I admire anyone who's just has, the ambition to just do.
The
With it.
go-getters.
Even if there's no plan, you just do, and then
What's the worst that could
it's a
happen?
snowball effect. You just do it.
Well,
And
it's science. An object in motion stays in motion. And most people don't know where to start. Well, just start, and then the path should reveal itself. It's error correction. Part of psychocybernetics, this book I was telling you guys about earlier, is it's making the argument that, because cybernetics itself, it's making the argument that a lot like a heat-seeking missile, that it's all good. A lot like a heat-seeking missile that chases another, because you think about the idea of something shooting that is automatically capable of tracking down its end goal, and it'll correct through negative feedback, never through positive feedback. Why would it need to correct positive feedback? If it's on the way, it's on the way.
Right.
And so it's making the argument. Maxwell Maltz was a surgeon who, upon cutting people's faces, no matter how beautiful he made them, they still thought they had the big nose. They still thought they were ugly. And he realized that anything you can observe is not you. And so the self-image, you can never grow beyond your self-image. And so what ends up happening is, a lot like the heat-seeking missile, they believe that we have within us a negative feedback device that corrects our course. If we get our device in healthy shape, and we shape our self-image to a clear goal, because it's 3 steps, right? You need clarity. From that comes confidence, and then execution. But if you're not clear on exactly what you want, you're aiming. Let's talk about Red Dead Redemption, right? It's like you're turning around and you're not even aiming, right? And so they believe that there is a way to course correct negatively in a healthy way. And I'm trying to, it's funny, I never usually lose track of thought, but this came up specifically because we were talking about just before I ran on this rant. I'm trying to remember.
Oh shit! I
know.
Backtrack rants. That's the worst.
I know. I didn't mean to go on a rant specifically, but anyways, at this point, we're talking about people who start projects and just go, right? So an object in motion stays in motion. Boom. I brought it back, baby. Boomerang. It's the comeback kid. You know what I mean? Hey. So
don't lose it.
Yeah. So I know. Don't put the pressure on me because now I'm like, wait a minute.
I lost it again.
So an object in motion stays in motion. And I think that if people were just to go ahead and take the chance, like we did with this podcast, like you did with chasing whatever field you want to go into, you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to switch majors. Boom. Let's go. Right? Negative feedback will help you course correct along the way. And a lot of people
and we instinctively have that.
We have it. That's the argument I'm making that the book makes.
Yeah.
But the caveat is, can you shape your self-image to a person who believes they're only worth $5,000, no matter what neighborhood you put them in, will find a way to only make $5,000. Until you shape your self-image with such clarity, such vividness. That's that whole law of attraction thing. It's not that it manifests things and what have you, because we have the automatic course correct.
Self-awareness.
It's the self-awareness and the image clarity. We're talking, what does it sound like? What does it smell like when you're that person, when you're in that place? And then you will somehow navigate the waters of life to get you there.
The thing is that not everyone has that either.
The ability to remove themselves and create the self-awareness and all that.
Correct.
It's ego gets a lot in the way of it. And if you're self-aware to know that you're not self-aware, it's almost that next level of like, okay, something's not right.
Next level.
It's like an idiot
savant. You just automatically know yourself.
There are some people that are automatically though somehow in tune with this shit, and those are the people when they're asked in interviews, how did you do it? They're like, I don't know, I just went after my dreams.
That's crazy that you're right. There are people who they're just so unaware of the actions that they've taken, that they've been successful because of it. Like, it's weird. Like, people really just go with the flow of shit, and then before they know it, they're at the top and they're like, oh shit.
But they always have healthy self-images though, if you notice, those people.
Okay.
The ones that don't know how they did it, they just seem to be happy people all the time. They just have good self-images. And then there are those people who did make it, but you can see like the damage in their, like, they're like, I made it, but you can just tell
you can see these bags. You can see these bags right here.
They had to break a few legs to get there. You know what I mean?
Yo, hard work.
And those are the people that end up like, doing the Joker. What was his name?
Mark Hamill.
Wait, no,
Nicholas.
The one that passed away. That suicided from the pills. How dare I forget his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath. Yeah, that guy. Like, he was one of those people who you could tell he'd seen some shit, and no one's gonna play the Joker that way unless they've got a deep, deep dark side.
Yeah.
And those are the people that end up like Mac Miller. Their self-awareness is really strong, but in a negative self-image. And the minute that they take away the willpower from the situation, the whole thing crumbles. But we can get past willpower if we can improve self-image. And then you don't have to feel like you're powering through life. That's the argument the book is making anyways. And so that's why, like, it's like Think and Grow Rich. I think it's something that should definitely be read at least once in someone's lifetime. If you ever read any book, it's not about how many, I have a collection of books and I've lost so many over the years, but it's not about how many books you read so much as.
Have you really lost them?
No,
they're shared them with the world.
I've shared them. Yeah, I've given them away. Yeah. A book's value is really its rereadability. If you can't, because you pick up things.
Well, you seem to have a lot of books there, Philly. So
I know
you're retaining a lot of them.
I have a problem.
Got the notes in there. Got the pencils and papers. I see it.
I've got a serious problem, guys. That's my sports. Okay,
that's my sport. My mind is
my mind
bullets tool. My arena.
Yeah.
My mind is my arena. This is my field.
Can you imagine what it would be like in let's say 10 years from now when we get the VR headsets and you're able to like really go into those video game worlds?
No one's leaving. You're not leaving that world,
dude. You're
I
not.
promise you.
You're not. If you have accessibility to everything that you want, and you can make money by being in that same world, nobody's gonna go anywhere.
Why would you?
We're all gonna be home, just fucking glued to our sets.
This is how you go to work.
Yeah, literally.
Holy shit,
Yeah, dude.
the
And
last
you're in the
stage
office.
is that it's
Yeah.
able to feed you. Then
I
you're
mean,
done. You're sent.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, look how people treat social media, right?
Check this shit out. Marshmello, the DJ, just did a concert in Fortnite.
No,
Like,
shit.
Yo, I
live
seen that on
concert.
Facebook this morning.
Yes, Marshmello.
No.
Okay, I work in that industry. I work in the events industry. That is scary because now that means that people can be anywhere in the world, and any specific artist could say, "Look, hey guys, log into such and such. I'm gonna have this into such and such virtual device. I'm gonna have this concert in such and such," and people will pay money and flock to these things, and that puts people like me out of a fucking job.
Yeah, it's
I think about it because now we got a graphic designer, a video game designer that just created a stage online. I mean, through this video game, they created a stage, a fucking intricate stage with lighting, with sound. Also, so you've just lost the people that build the stage, the people that do the lighting, the people that do the audio, like the people that do the pyro. Like you've lost all that just because somebody created that in a video game. And that's the fucking future. That's what's crazy.
That is going to be the future.
You look at Ready Player One, and that's exactly
Great fucking
what
movie.
that's exactly
good
what the
fucking movie.
future is.
I tell you what.
And now that's just if virtual reality is able to meet the expectations that the human being needs.
And that's what I'm saying. Because like haptic feedback, for all that it is, hitting you back and you being able to feel the sensory experience, I know they're going to get close, and maybe somewhere really far down the line, they may successfully actually recreate a real life experience. But I don't care how VR it gets. It's never going to be like touching a soft titty. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're never, I don't care how much you design a fleshlight to, like that soft booty, you know,
Doesn't compare.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Thank you, God, for making women.
And
You're
again,
beautiful. It's true.
you're stupid.
I love it. I love it.
No, dude, but again, I'm gonna come back to Ready Player One. They have like bodysuits. They have bodysuits that you can purchase that emulate a touch, a scent.
Okay.
But they had that. I've seen that with the it was a little kiss. It was a kiss app. You can kiss this little device, and then your partner, significant other, miles away will get that little feel if they're touching, or the pillow. It was a pillow touch.
Oh,
you remember?
yes.
Yeah. You
Yes.
feel your lover next to you.
Yes.
Oh,
There's like
my
a pillow
God.
that does it, that regulates the temperature of the pillow, so that if you're away from your lover, that'll emulate the temperature of them, and you can hug them and hold them. It's crazy.
That was like 10 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, that is crazy. You're right. You're absolutely right. Holy shit.
Until right before you said that they can also emulate scents, I was gonna say, you're gonna tell me you don't, like, you know, even when you're done, it smells like the 70s. You know what I mean? You're wiping down. You know, like there's a whole process that makes sex what it is.
Real.
You know what I mean?
You feel disgusted. You're
You know what I
ashamed.
mean?
Like it'll give you the shame feeling.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh God, we nasty. You know?
Like, oh, what did I just do?
You know, when you reach down there to see the waterworks. You know what I mean?
Look at me. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
You know?
So, do you need like a ride home or something?
You want some juice?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like,
Hungry?
I don't want to fight the future. I'm not one of those dudes. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just saying, is it really possible to transfer over, to basically install ourselves as software into that world? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
You're right.
And then what happens when they no longer need us? And so here's the thing. Are we just attached to our bodies? Because the truth is, like so many books that I read, they always argue, if it can be observed, it is not you. So if we can observe our bodies, it's not us. If we can observe our emotions, it's not us. Anything observable You are the observer, not the observing, the thing that's being observed. The
Like a
observee.
shell looking on outside.
Right.
of the shell.
That reminds me. I don't know. I think I was having a conversation with you like a couple of days ago about if you talk to yourself, or that if you, what was it? If you're able to talk to yourself, then who are you? Like, who are you
Yeah,
talking
if
to?
you're the voice inside your head,
yeah, if you're the voice inside your head,
then who's the person listening?
yeah, who's the person listening?
And
Like,
that's a hell of a fucking question.
I need to sleep on that and kind of meditate
Right.
on that one.
right?
It's deep. It's deep. But and
If you're telling yourself, don't do that,
Who's that voice?
who's
speaking?
listening to you say that? Like, who are you talking to?
right, and
If
are
you're
you the
talking to yourself,
are you the listener or are you the speaker?
Yeah. The duality of like, I'm telling myself don't do it, but who am I telling?
Take it easy, man.
That's a wild,
it's nuts, man.
And the reason I brought that up is because if we're that afraid of the future of hunger, so many other things will disappear if we can successfully find a way to install the real us, our essence, into a world that's infinite.
Oh yeah. Once we're able to, just like you said, once we're able to download our minds, our thoughts into like a chip, we won't need these bodies, these clothes, the need for food. We'll just be orbs floating around.
Now that is there is
He's like, whoa, man.
There's
Lightning and thunder.
Shit, there's a Netflix series. Shit, what's the name of this damn Netflix series? It's called
Black Mirror.
No, it's not Black Mirror. It's called
That's a great series too.
Damn, it's with Joel Kinnaman.
The dude from Community?
No. He's Joel Kinnaman's from Suicide Squad. He's in The Killing. Shit. I can't remember the name of the series, but that's exactly what it is. Like, you are able to transfer your data to an orb, and you can switch bodies.
Oh, the guy who's revived because the rich man wanted to find out who killed him.
Yes.
I don't remember the name of that, but that shit was tight. It was like Blade Runner, but like
Yeah, but that's the premise, that like they live in a future where you can transfer all your data to like an orb that's installed into your spinal cord, or the membrane that connects your brain to your spinal cord or whatever.
What if like people who travel through time actually just write screenplays?
I thought that The Simpsons. That's all I think of. That's telling the future.
But that's crazy. I mean, think about it. Like,
Damn.
you really think like, damn, you maybe one day we'll be able to just transfer our whole consciousness to like a disc or an orb that's just attached to our body, but our body's just a vessel.
And what are the implications?
Like,
of
I
that?
could become you. I could take over your body at any point. We just take out your disc, put my disc in you, and then I'm you.
Dude,
But I'm still me. That's crazy. But I'm still me.
Who
But
are
now I
you?
have your physical,
I'm you, except
but now
me.
but now I would have your physical capabilities. Like, think about it. That shit is crazy.
You know what that reminds me of? GTA.
Okay, elaborate.
Switching from one character to another. You know, what's his name? It's a main character.
I haven't played GTA since
San Andreas.
San Andreas.
Damn, so I gotta put y'all on. Okay,
Run up in that spot like CJ from San Andreas.
Okay, so Grand Theft Auto 5 was basically, it's just hyped up on San Andreas. And
Okay.
you can body switch from multiple characters and have multiple missions within each character. So it's like it just expanded the playtime and everything.
Okay.
So you're Frank one moment, then you're Travis or Trevor, whatever the trailer guy is, and each character has their fucking storyline. And so it kind of made sense that it's like, I'm in this body, I'm in this body, but I'm the same character, same player.
Right.
Got
So it's
you.
kinda cool.
Yeah, RPGs do that all the time. Like,
The new Dragon Ball Z game kind of essentially did that, where all the fighters lost. Wait a minute, what's with all this trend of like thought process? Because all the fighters had lost all their ultimate abilities, and the only way they can get their power back, even to a small degree, is the player has been installed into them, and then they start having. They're like, well, listen up. If we're gonna be working together, I'm gonna call the shots, and then they realize that it's you that has to control them.
Captain Marvel, guys. Trailer to Captain Marvel. She's a beast.
Wait, Captain Marvel's a girl? That's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, there's two Captain Marvels. There's Marvel. He was the original Captain Marvel, and then there's
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Wouldn't it make more sense to make Marvel?
Ooh, with the
Well, that's the thing though. He died and he transferred his power to her so that she could
Oh.
become Captain Marvel.
Corn
Anyway.
syrup. Wait a minute. There are beers that have corn syrup,
Some, yeah.
dude. Corn
absolutely.
syrup is in everything. It's ridiculous.
no soy
I was-
is in everything.
Speaking of corn syrup being in everything, I was reading this article about MSG and how MSG
Yeah.
was vilified.
Sodium glutamate.
That it was vilified. That it's not really that bad for you,
It's not.
but it was something that you know,
It's just salt.
interest-
It's just
well,
salt.
yeah, that it's you know, fucking invested interests
Yeah,
that were like, oh, we got to cut this because if
it's ruining competition.
MSG, it was taking over.
That's why Chinese food was so damn good because they just threw MSG
Mm.
into everything. And
But
monosodium,
it's not really that bad.
No.
It's not really bad for you. It's
It
not as
itself-
bad as you think. Yeah.
it itself is not inherently
Yeah.
bad. It's what they put it on that may be
Yeah.
bad. for you.
Extra additives.
So that's why people were like, oh, no MSG, no MSG. But it turns out MSG really isn't that bad.
It's the
And
shit that makes shit good.
Yeah, and it was really
Yeah.
just other businesses that were like, yo, MSG is taking over. You know, like Morton Salt was probably like, yo, we got to tell everybody
Yeah.
that MSG is bad because they're taking our profits.
It literally has
That's
the
what's
it's
crazy.
a taste bud hyperactivator. It has no flavor of its own. You could throw it on a piece of rotten meat, and somehow when you're eating it, even if it smells nasty, you're like, I don't know why I can't stop eating this. That's what MSG will do
That
in the
crack
right proportion.
effect.
Yeah, straight up.
So that's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna have some McDonald's after this.
Dude, you could buy from Smart and Final a whole fucking thing like this, like a big ass square
Well, they're just
bucket
selling the cocaine
of
and
MSG.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We should buy some of that shit. You'll throw it in the brownies. You know?
Get your MSG here. We got it, baby. Smart and
Yo.
Final.
You know what I mean? Go to one
Smart
of
and
them
Final
farmers
has like
markets.
the weirdest shit, dude.
They
Like,
really do.
what-
All in bulk.
make up your mind. What are you? Are you like a office supplier?
They're
Are you
smart
like a food?
and they're final.
Period.
They're like smart and that's it. That's what it should be. Smart with a period. At
that's what
smart.
that's-
That's final.
if anyone was in charge of rebranding, they should take that. I once
Smart,
worked for
period.
Smart and Final for just one set of 8 hours. I was like down on my luck and like I had like lost a job that was paying me like $3,000 a month when I was like way too young to be making that money. And like I got like the company closed down and all that. And so I'm like, shit, I tried to apply at McDonald's and they were like, sorry, you're overqualified. So I was like,
That's crazy.
so I was like, wow, that was the first time I ever got hit with that. I was like, what? You can be overqualified? And they're like, yeah, it's a hiring liability. You can hire, we could hire you, and then you might just end up leaving because, you'll
know
find
your
another
worth.
job.
You'll
Right.
find you'll
You'll
find
find another-
loopholes
yeah.
in the system. And you'll sue us.
You're
So I
too
was like-
smart
for
for
this
this.
place.
I was like,
we break
okay.
regulations all the time.
Yeah. So I took that off the resume and I applied at Smart and Final and I went to the training. And I got paid for the training. I just sat in a room and watched them teach me how to lift heavy boxes, always with the knees.
Yes.
And
yes.
and then after,
That's
I,
manual labor 101, Phillip.
I know. I
He's
didn't.
like, I didn't know that. I work
Dude,
with
I
computers.
can barely use a hammer, but you put a computer in front of me, yeah, it's a different story.
You hit it with the with
The files are in the computer. For me, it was like you lift boxes a certain way, dude. After that, though, I showed up and right after training, I went to the store I was going to be hired at that I applied at, and I told them I will not be coming in, but thank you for the opportunity. And I just decided I had savings where I could take 3 months off. And I took
That's
3
dope.
months off and I was just at a cafe every day learning, reading. I just went to school on my own. I just started learning Korean and like reading and writing Korean, like you name it. I just did whatever I wanted to do because I had savings. And I was
in
helping.
retrospect,
Yeah.
that's probably not the best idea. I should have kept that savings.
But see, some people make their savings until they can retire. You know what I mean? I've heard stories of people who will work a whole year straight, no days off, save a bunch of, if they don't have like any obligations
Any
and shit,
obligations,
right? They'll work a whole year straight and then take a whole year off and vice versa. And they take 1 year to do whatever the hell they want. Because it's about consistency, right? So sometimes all you need is that straight focused time to work on something. And some people could argue, yeah, well, you get the same thing when you're doing part this and part that. Yes, but it's like saying there's a difference between doing one day of working out a month for 8 hours straight. You're just like, and then that's it. As opposed to just 1 minute a day every day for the whole month.
Mhm.
Which one do you think is going to get you better results?
100%. You got to put all of your 100% into that one thing that you're trying to fuck with. That's how
I
you
don't
get the
know.
result.
I think it's the other one. If you did it once a day for one measly minute, you're gonna put in more. I don't know. Maybe
No.
There's no wrong answer.
Maybe
No.
there's no wrong answer.
No, there is no wrong answer. And but the thing is does it carry over? Because physical exercise does benefit you to do it more often rather than only once. And what I'm trying to say is that whole 1 year, the entire time, and then 1 year. So there's different levels that we're talking about. If you take a whole year off and work a whole year, but you still have that whole year.
Mm.
But then, so it was like saying, okay, a rooster lays an egg on the roof. Which way does it fall? And then the answer is
Roosters don't lay eggs.
right. And so it's about levels. There's levels to this shit. And we often confuse what level we're really playing on. You know? When
I would even add to that, like if you have that luxury, you have that advantage to take a year off or to save and plan to save and take that year off, do something. Make that year worth something.
yeah, the year.
That whole year.
Don't make it a waste. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I was in junior college at El Camino, and it took forever to fucking graduate. Like everybody, it was like 5, almost 6 years. But I took a year off. But then I reflect. I was like, was that year wasted? What did I do in that year? And when I go back, that whole year I was learning, educating, trying to branch out, network. What can I do to where when I do go back in school, I have more of a focus of what I'm actually trying to do. And so you kind of think back, make use of that time that you think you're not being productive. Like,
Isn't that crazy? Like you took a year off of school to learn. Like,
right.
Like, that's nuts.
And-
But it's true. Like, yo,
That's wild.
I
They
just
don't
can't
serve
afford to go to
us.
school, but
Mhm.
I'm still gonna continue
Schools
to learn.
don't serve us, man. It's an outdated business model. And at this point, all it's doing is collecting fees and not providing a decent product anymore. It still gives you the diploma or the degree or whatever. And that's if you want to go towards specific types of jobs.
Exactly.
Otherwise, for all intents and purposes, I think the apprenticeship model still works far better.
1,000%.
Even if it takes you 7 years, but under the right person,
Mhm.
boom.
Mhm.
It's like the law of 33% that's
But
being.
that's so risky too.
It is.
Isn't life
Internships-
risk though?
I mean, I didn't.
It is, you're
No,
right,
but
you're
not 7 years internship.
No. I mean, just in general, internships are so risky. Like, because really an employer can do really whatever they want with an intern.
That's true.
Free
And,
labor, right?
Yeah, it's free labor with the intent that, they're gonna help me advance. And it's just like sometimes it doesn't even happen.
Well, okay, so it's like a book. This is why I say some people end up hating books for the wrong reasons. Before you can take something from a book, you have to bring something to a book.
Okay.
And the thing that you have to bring is questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nothing worse than the right answer to the wrong question. And people are always asking useless questions. Like, why is this happening to me? Okay, even if that was answered, what would that supply you with to move forward? Not a single damn thing.
Complaints, excuses, and worries.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas how, what, who, when, and most importantly, especially in relationships, what do I want to see for our relationship? As opposed to, why is she always getting on my case? Why is he always a dick? Things like that lead to nothing.
Mhm.
They only lead to further victimization and mentality. But to ask, what do I want to see our relationship achieve? Well, I want us to stay together, that's for sure. Okay, so that's settled. So then the first words out of your mouth are, look, I want to get through this. We just have to figure out what's really going on here. Boom. There's really only one way to go from there. The minute you've established what it is you want from something. Again, clarity, confidence, execution. That's the game plan, baby. That's what it is.
Preach.
Clarity,
Preach.
confidence, execution.
Shit.
And any advice I ever dish out or any little rants I go on, I could use the fucking advice myself. That's why I'm privy to the advice. I'm seeing this shit happen, guys.
I feel
Yeah.
that though.
As you're reading it, you're like, oh, you apply it to yourself, but then you also
You forget.
let people know.
I think KRS-One even said that. KRS-One's crazy. In his book, he writes about like connecting to your future self and having them send you information about what you need to do here. KRS-One, that, and then when you uplift yourself, you can never uplift yourself beyond how much you uplift your environment.
How do you make that connection though?
I know he's on some meta shit, but he believes that it works both ways. You got to do things to help out your future self, while your future self sends you information back to you, like as your intuition for what you should be doing here and now.
That helps with surrounding yourself with like-minded people, or people that's better than you, people that are thinking better than you, people that are smarter than you, people
that's
that
so
have
hard
more
for
than
me.
you.
You know, dope.
Hey, hold on, but that could be a real problem.
We were just having a conversation about
Some
that earlier
people
today.
may not have access. So I was going to actually bring this up. So the law of 33%, you've heard of this? It's being floated around. It means you should be spending 33% of your time with people who are 10 years ahead of you in the things you want to achieve. The equivalent value of 10 years, right? Then you should be hanging out 33% of your time with people who are on the same path as you, same level, your comrades, right? So that's mentors, comrades. And then you have to spend 33% of your time with people who are nowhere near you. They're 33% behind you. And the reason for that is twofold. One, you get to look at how far you've come, but also you get to give back and be that 33% to them.
That's why I do this podcast. You know?
Fuck you.
Community service.
I'm on fire.
You know, I thought we left ourselves open to it.
It's not the first time. No.
Oh man. Yeah, and so what we got to was like, you know, I've been a Freemason. You know, I've joined. I even investigated Scientology. Trust me, I've read a lot of shit, met a lot of people, shook a lot of hands, fell in love with a lot of good people. Like, wow, you're a really good person, regardless of whatever you affiliate yourself with. There's some really smart people out there who fall into the whole cult. Cult is nothing but culture.
Wait, are you saying that Scientology is a cult?
Yes, I will go on the microphone and say it's a cult culture.
This podcast is not a friend to the Scientology community.
I'm a big fan of their ARC triangle, affinity, reality, and communication. It's one of the most powerful tools that you could use it's one of the most powerful. It's okay. It's recording.
Okay.
Let me get it.
Sorry, guys. We're having some technical difficulties over here with our...
It's just I turned off my power saver mode on mine specifically for that.
Okay, well, she's the fuck out of me.
Yeah, you know, I'm a tech guy. That's what I do.
No, but you
ARC
like
triangle.
ARC triangle.
Like, even though Zoltan. Hey. You remember that? Dude, where's my car? Where's the continuum transfunctional? Without going too far off, that's the beauty of it, of having an open mind. Even though I wasn't able to go to college because of some financial aid bullshit, it forced me to think outside the box. I said, what can people not take away from me to prove I'm educated? I started learning foreign languages. You know, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, you know what I mean? French, Russian.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Like, getting down, because no one can take that from you. You know what I mean? And that was the beginning of then me opening my mind to other things, because I realized I needed to change my company, like we talked about, in order to elevate my mind. And I gotta say, man, I've joined a lot of groups, met a lot of people, and far, few and in between do I meet people who, and it's gonna sound really ridiculous, but who leave an impression on me to the point where I'm like, I want to learn from them. And sometimes I mistakenly choose people to learn from because I want to learn from someone so bad.
Okay. See what you shouldn't do.
I start seeing shit in people that doesn't exist. And really, it's just a reflection of myself. You know, it's like people who get into relationships and see something in their partner that doesn't really exist. And that's why when they finally go deeper and they finally start changing titles on what they are, they start to see, like, they're like, wait a minute, you've been this the whole time? Yeah. But in your head, you was over there creating me to be this thing. You know, it's the same thing with friendships, with mentorships and apprenticeships. Apprenticeships, that's not a word. Apprenticeships. Any ship you want to sail.
Get on that boat and rock it.
Get on that boat and rock it, sister.
All right.
That's, I mean, okay. Damn, that's a lot of knowledge that we're...
I have a problem, guys. I do this shit awesome. I've had family. I have a young cousin who's gotten mad at me and said, "Phil, I love it. Always love talking to you, but I swear every time I talk to you, I feel like I gotta do this shit right now. Like I gotta make changes right now.
Start reflecting on your life every time you hang out with Phil. I'm like immune to it now. I've heard it so long that it's like I am ingesting your wisdom, but I am also continuing on with my life.
Yeah.
I am the perfect circle. I am the yin to
It's like my
yang.
freestyling, right? Like when people first meet me and they see me freestyle, they're like, "What the fuck?" But I've done it around them for so long that I'll be dropping fire, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just a regular ass day." Yeah.
That's how I met you. I'm like, this
dude.
guy's a lot of wild.
Yeah, dude. Well, we'll introduce people to Phil, and he'll just spit like just boom, 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 freestyling. They're like, "Oh my god, why aren't you famous?" And then we're just like, "Yeah, that's Phil."
It's a yeah. They're like, "Please, we've heard better." Like,
I've heard better.
it's fucked up,
at 3 a.m.
and you know what's crazy is I'm glad that you're in the event space and music, and that's how we met, because like I owe a lot of where I came from growing up with Joe. Like I've been doing shows with Joe since I was like 14.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists out there, I said this like a couple episodes back, they'll get mad that a crowd doesn't feel them, that they're not listening to what they're saying, that they're not like, they're just not ready for me. Yeah. It's like, you haven't put in the time to learn to read a crowd and to move a crowd.
That is a huge issue with a lot of artists nowadays, like that are
studio
up
rappers,
and coming. Studio rappers, they think because they're nice in the studio or they can rap or whatever, that it's automatically going to place them in a better position when they actually perform. But you kind of have to put that time, because if you don't have the stage presence, it's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere, period.
That's facts. I mean, it also comes with patience too. Everyone gets so excited, like, this has to happen now. I'm feeling it, so I'm making the moves now. It must be done now and results tomorrow. Such a common misperception. That hurts you so bad, dude. I've been a victim to that shit. Like, I'm slowly now, 2019, gain patience, Mr. Williams. And that shit is so fucking hard. Like, you have to consciously remind yourself, yo, slow down. You just learned this.
Yeah,
you don't know shit. Just relax.
Oh, man.
It's a humbling experience.
No, it's super humbling, because the moment you realize that, then just patience just happens. And then you just become that person. Like, it took me a while to have that patience, and just to realize that if shit doesn't pop off, it's just not your time, Phillip.
Yeah, and I think the working definition of humility is what's driving people insane. Is most people think humility is someone who shows up to a party and they're like, "Hey, meet so and so," and as you're being introduced, you go, "Hey, it's really nice to meet you." Oh wow, that person's humble. Wrong. You're just cordial. True humility is saying, "Damn, I don't know," and then going, "I should find out." To look at a keyboard and know what the control home key combination shortcut is going to do to your computer, how to properly print screen, like knowing shortcuts, looking at the keys and going, "What does that mean? I don't know," and finding out. Having the humility to be at step one. We talked about this before. Yeah. Right. And it's the same thing with the ARC triangle from Scientology. It's like, what's your reality ratio to the object of your desire, your goal? How much of a reality do you really share with it? And the way to increase your reality with something is to communicate often. And we communicate more than just words and voices and body, like contemplation. If you think about it, everything that exists was once a thought.
Yeah.
Including the bridges of our world, the buildings, the cars,
those
songs.
Jackets didn't just happen.
Yeah. Everything was
TV
once a
didn't
thought.
Just happen.
The motherfucker was cold. And
somebody designed that shit,
The purpose behind
you're
everything.
right. Somebody was cold and be like, "Oh fuck, I wish there was something that I could put over myself."
Give me this cow heat.
And they were like, "Yo, can you imagine?" And they looked at the cow like, "You know what I'm gonna do?"
Some weirdo.
And somebody looked over like, "What do you mean? I'm gonna wear the fucking flesh of that cow?"
You're nuts.
They were like, "What? I'm in."
And of course, it was more like, like, damn.
But we came a long way, guys.
Dude.
It's true, man. Somebody came up with the idea to do some shit and then did it,
And the only type of action that our mind can take is thought. Thought is the flex of the bicep of the mind. That's how it goes down.
The wink. That's the expression.
And just like a sustained
Gotcha,
push-up,
bitch.
imagine what a sustained thought can accomplish. But some of us,
that accomplishes headaches, man. That's what I'm saying. Overthink something and you get that headache. Like,
right? And just like you can overthink negatively, what about the power of controlling when to apply that? And that's called the power of concentration, something that everyone lacks in spades these days. People can't sit down long enough to not turn on Instagram or
tough,
Facebook.
Man. It's tough.
I'm kind of.
I wake up in the morning.
I feel it.
Dude, I wake up in the morning and I toss that shit. I'm like,
I'm surprised someone hasn't done that in a song yet. Wake up in the morning. I see my IG. You know what I mean? I see my FB.
dude, I'm sure
Turn
it's
it up,
been
turn it
done.
I see my white tee. In my white tee.
I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure.
Someone out there did it and it just didn't fly.
Yo, this game is.
Oh, that's right. There's
It's
a game.
going well.
right? Like that's how
They are
disinterested this
both
world.
playing defensively really well. Like it's the second and it's still 0-0. Like this is a well played game.
I'm gonna get my ass beat by everyone who loves this game right now. Yeah, well, it's easy to have zeros points when you're a zero. People are like, say that about my team. Where's this guy?
Stellar
What's your
season,
location?
man. Stellar
It's
season.
like, whoa, chill, man. You're not doing your team any favors by beating my ass.
Jeez. How do you guys? I'm completely changing subjects here. Have you guys? Are you guys aware of this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation that's going on? The rapper?
Jail?
Yeah,
That's
but
all
it
I
was
know.
just revealed this week. This week, it was just revealed that he has pled guilty to 9 of his charges. 9 of his charges. He's pled guilty. 4 of them are gun possession.
Okay.
4 of them are racketeering.
Okay.
And then 1 of them is trafficking of narcotics.
So everything that's gonna help him sell the next album.
That motherfucker's
That's juice.
He's not going anywhere.
Oh wow.
He's not going anywhere. He's done. He's done. Apparently, there were more charges, but he agreed to these so that the others would be dropped. But I mean, just alone, even if he runs them concurrently, he's looking at like 10 to 15 years.
Damn.
At least. Maybe more. Maybe more. And it's just nuts because he's also agreed to cooperate with the authorities. Like, so he's ratting everybody out. He's ratting all his people out. And he was the first dude to be like, nah, man, I'm not saying shit to anybody. I'm not saying shit to anybody.
I mean, a couple of days in a place where people will kill you changes a mind pretty quick.
It's a fact, man.
In a
It's
place where they
fact.
want to go in, no Vaseline, you start squealing pretty quick for any fucking kind of protection.
I mean,
would bet.
I don't know how bad it will be because he's looking at federal prison. So federal prison is a little different than your standard state prison or county jail. Like I'm not going to say it's better, but it's definitely on a different scale. So there are some more luxuries.
It's not like the show Oz.
No.
That show was crazy. You guys remember that? Throwback, long ass
Yeah,
time
of
ago.
course I remember
Like the
Oz.
first TV show on HBO to show like what the inside of a prison life was like.
Mm.
But it wasn't real. It was like a scripted
I
show.
think it was actually one of the first HBO shows.
Period. Yeah, it's what
like
made HBO.
one of the first original series.
Like it probably wouldn't hold
dramas.
up today. Like people like, yeah, so because now all that shit's prevalent in every one of our movies and everything.
Yeah.
But in the 90s,
Nowadays,
game
it's not
changing.
as shocking, to us, but because we've seen
That's not
far
right.
worse.
that we're that desensitized to shit.
It's crazy because
But we can't show a
if you
titty.
watch that show, it's
The violence is easy.
pretty fucking accurate as far as like what prison life is. Like there are people who are like, yo, this is too real. This is too real. But now we're like desensitized to it, to where we're like,
But that's the goal.
I've seen
That's
heads
kind of the
decapitated.
capitalistic goal. They
Isn't
want
it
us to
crazy?
be sensitized so they can do it more and make a profit from it. That's what I envision.
You're
Right.
absolutely
it's,
right.
It's sick.
Why
but
not?
It's,
Yeah,
Why not?
that's why people glorify, anti-heroes like Tony Soprano and The Sopranos, like, because they enjoy it. It's crazy because these are both HBO shows, and by the time The Sopranos came out, which was maybe like less than 10 years after Oz, it was already like, it wasn't a big deal. Like it is, you know, it was.
But
it was
we still
normal.
can't show a woman's breast. Free the
Sad,
nipple.
man. The
I mean, don't
scenes
get me
wait
wrong.
for.
Like, I need to get desensitized to that because you show me any kind of titty. I don't the big old titties, tiggo bitties, you know, small titties, medium titties, big salami nipple titties. You know, like whatever it is, I'm like, damn, that's a nice titty.
I'm 40.
It's like a bag of sand.
40-year-old virgin was like, wait, have you ever felt a titty?
Come on, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys. I mean, come on, I'm not gonna answer that.
Could you imagine being a 40-year-old virgin? And then even the South Asian guy, Jerry, the Indian guy. Oh man, you've got to get some of that.
30 Sanchez. No, 30 rusty trombone. Oh, you need to get out of that. I felt for
This
the
is
guy.
a Brooklyn accent.
Oh yeah. Zach and Mary make a porno. Oh, dude, Seth Rogen. I think what he said. What does he say? He's like, can I have Friday? No, can I have Friday off? He's like, no, you must come in Tuesday, whatever. He's like, what? I thought you told me I could take off Friday. I never said this. He's like, oh well, maybe I misunderstood you. He was like, maybe I heard it in an accent. He's like, fuck you, this is a Brooklyn accent. He's like, what? Oh man, I've met that guy. I met him on set one time. I got lucky enough to be on I was working as an extra, and I was a part of this company called Aaron at Atmo. It was a specific, he would call in for you and get you the work consistently. It was cool because that guy passed away.
Oh, shit,
He used to, but he was one of the people that kept you working even when times were slow. He had that kind of pull in the industry where he would get on like independent projects that had smaller budgets but could afford one or two extras. Like he was always looking for work for people. And he was right next to the Scientologist. He's not a Scientologist though, but he was a sweet dude, man.
So what happened in his business? It just
stopped, dude. And then I joined another one called Real Talent, and they would book you, but she also closed up and moved to Atlanta because right now there's so much filming going on.
Well, that's
in Atlanta.
because of their tax breaks. Yeah.
This is happening in Atlanta?
Yeah, this is in Atlanta, but
Dude.
it's their tax breaks. Atlanta and Georgia. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm tripping. Georgia has they have like a huge tax break for any production that comes and does work in their state.
I mean, talk about an incentive.
Like huge. It's like one of the biggest ones. I think California's trying.
It's
to
huge.
Do something. Yeah, because we've lost a lot of business because of that.
Yeah.
Because productions are either going to Canada or they're going to Atlanta.
You would think California would be like, hold up.
Yeah, no, and that's why we're trying to change that. We're trying to give bigger tax breaks, but that's one of the reasons. Because after like Hurricane Katrina and all these things, like some of these states were left just barren and just fucked up, you know. So Georgia had the idea to be like, look, we need to get productions in here. Let's give them a huge tax break, and we'll start. They give them like they actually. I think it's something like they give them money too. Like they give them a tax break.
I was just going to say New York. When I moved to New York, the first thing I noticed was the city, Manhattan itself, and Brooklyn also, the other borough. They actually subsidize production work.
Yeah.
New York encourages people. Here's what troubles me about California. I tried to look up like the Department of Cultural Affairs in California. It's hard to get a hold of people. It's really hard to get a hold of public companies run by the city and state out here in California. It's like, where do I get a hold of them? I've reached out to them on every.
You get a voicemail. You gotta send an email.
But in New York, they had a program that as long as you agreed to do it, it's like a month training. They'll shoe you in as they're going to teach you all the ropes and shoe you in to work on productions for NYTV. And it's like, and you start going on like, and you don't need a car out there. Like that was my plan when I was out there. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have to do this because they'll teach me video editing. I did all that shit anyways out here on my own. But like New York has so much to offer their citizens. And it's like crazy. Like LA is focused on on getting all these votes for homeless housing, transitional housing. And then we still have homeless people running the streets fucking rampant.
Initiative after initiative, but nothing really.
Exactly.
Shit.
And like, it's a problem. It's getting to the point where I'm going to start just of my own fucking volition, meeting with public officials to seeing what the fuck is going on. Like myself, I'm like this close because it's starting to affect people that I know. Like homeless people are starting to like put their hands on the girl I'm seeing like in the streets, like fucking like trying to pull her hair. Like it makes me think like, fuck, somebody should do something. And then I realize I am somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Comes down to us. We can't wait on anyone else. Literally.
Fucking crazy. That's
And
stupid, man.
it's like Method Man says, you know, can't feel me till it's your blood. You know what I mean? The minute it's your family, your friends, the people you love, that's when you start to care. There's really no other way around it. It sucks, but it's true.
It is absolutely true.
Balls.
And it's been a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That this week has definitely helped me understand that. Yeah. So
Like I have a respect for a lot of homeless people because I know a lot of them like are just good people who just decided they don't want to be a part of society's rules. But then there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers that like, how do we allow them to just run the streets?
yeah, it took me some time to understand that portion of it. But at the same time, I'm still, like you said, some of these homeless people just run rampant.
Like my
just,
policies wouldn't
have
be
zero
what you
care.
call legal in this country. So like for how I would deal with it. And it's
let's
sad.
just say he sympathizes with Thanos a little bit.
Dude,
Thanos.
I would fucking,
Thanos.
well, yeah, but like I would be a little more selective about it. But you know, it's like the argument where he was like, we need to destroy half so we could manage all the resources we have. And like if you have that much power, what was it? I think it was Stephen Colbert said, couldn't you have just as easily, he was talking to Josh Brolin, doubled the Earth's resources? And he was like,
You're like, huh? Yeah.
Who that thought?
you know?
There is the giant loophole in the Avengers.
He's over here like, I have to cut half the resources. And like, you know, that's probably why Zoe Saldana's character, his daughter was like, you know, you could just double this shit, right? There's all this war and Iron Man's fighting and fucking missiles and lives lost. It's like, yo, just push +2.
Isn't that crazy?
Double that shit up, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, just give us unlimited resources. Like, we're good.
Dude. And I'm almost painfully sure, deep down in my gut, something tells me that all these hopes and dreams about time traveling and going back in time and changing lives, I have a feeling that there's something so obvious as a solution for us in the way we live our lives right now today that's just so hard to see because of our humanity, because of who we are as humans. Our perspective is limited in the sense that we can't see the solution that's probably already there. Because, you know, people are always like, oh man, if I knew then what I know now.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Right. Yeah. And the question is like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, well, now that you do know, what have you
are
done
gonna do
about it?
Right.
You know what I mean? And
a
most
lot
people,
of-
not
yeah,
a damn
not
thing.
a damn. That's what I was saying. I was like, most people would just be like, eh.
Well, no, I'm
Fuck
just
it.
saying, like, if I knew then.
I am absolutely that guy to be like, damn, I know now. Fuck it.
Not a
I'm
damn
absolutely that
thing.
guy. I'll be like,
crazy.
fuck it. I'm gonna have this beer and play this video game. Just keep it pushing. Somebody else will get to it. Somebody else.
Oh my God, dude.
On that note, I'm gonna switch it up.
Go ahead.
If you were to pick one thing in your life that you would regret,
That you would regret.
do you? First off, do
Oh,
you
okay,
regret?
so if you pick one thing that you have regretted in the past.
What would it be? And would you take it back?
Wait, so you're trying to have me put my regret out there?
We can pick one or other, whatever one you want to put out there. Hey,
Right. It doesn't have to be the most regret,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
one of your regrets, which one would you go back and change?
yeah.
Ooh, that's
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay, I have a
That's
Damn.
like loaded. So it's political.
okay. I have one, but I feel damn. That's a tough one because I do have one, but I feel like that would change the whole course of my life.
Right, and the cop out
That
is like,
one regret.
oh, but it made me who I am
And
today.
that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
regret that I would change is also the regret that would change the course of my life, like completely. Like it would have changed everything. Like, damn. So I can't even change that regret. Oh fuck. Okay.
I was thinking because I
Phil,
mean,
you want to give it a crack?
Oh,
Take a
man.
crack at it. Take a crack at that.
Dude, there's a lot of things that in my life right now I believe I regret.
Hmm.
And when I start getting to that point and thinking about it, something in me also says, yeah, but that's how you feel right now. That's what you think right now. And look at the things you used to think that you regretted. The things you used to feel you regretted. And now you see them for what they are, for where they led you. Like, I could be mad that I'm not famous. I could. It wouldn't serve me. But I could be mad that it didn't work out in New York for me. You know? There's a great show, Jared Leto's on Netflix. He plays this guy. I can't remember the name of the show, but it follows him if he were to follow all the potential paths of like his romances. Like, it shows you like what his life would have been like with like every single girl. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's a show?
Yeah, it's a dope. Like
Jared Leto?
Yeah, it's dope. It kind of looks like it's like gray. You'll see. Oh man, I gotta get you the name. On one of my many like nights where I just didn't sleep at all for 2 days straight, I was watching it because I was like, what is the meaning of life? Only to realize that that's a really pointless question, because the meaning of life is obviously anything that shows any kind of sentience. You know,
that's what you make it.
Like if it's alive, it means life. You know, so like you might be asking a different question. And again,
for the longest time, I felt the meaning of life was procreation.
I mean, brother, you know where that leads to.
No, I mean that's what I like. That was my theory. My theory was the meaning of life is procreation. But then I realized that there are a lot of people who just don't want to have kids. So then, what's their meaning? Like,
right?
You know, there are people,
people that have way too many kids.
Yeah. so now I'm still working on that. I'm still working on what the actual meaning.
Right, and you said it's whatever you make it.
It's really
It may. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
So I think back. Like, I asked the question because I'm like, do I regret?
What is
anything?
your regret? Yeah.
And it is a cop out saying I don't regret anything because it makes me the person I am. But I mean, if to be more specific, I'll ask the question: what do I wish I could be doing now that I didn't start or didn't make a move on today?
Right, that's a totally different question. Yeah,
right.
Like, I wish I could play an instrument.
Right. It kind of it's like I can only go by like factual shit, what things that are actually into.
Right.
And if you're going to sports and then acting and then book smart and then entrepreneurship, I kind of settle in the space where I don't think I'm supposed to be anywhere. I think things happen and come into your life at the timing they're supposed to. And it's up to you to decide to latch onto that thing or not. Because it goes into the mindset of you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. No, wait, you don't know what you don't know until you
know what you don't know.
Right. And so I'm kind of getting onto the point that attacking anything is more beneficial than not knowing anything and not attacking anything at all.
Coming back to the philosophy, just get started.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm kind of going on a rant.
No. Have you ever seen the movie Adjustment Bureau?
Refocus.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon. Shout outs to Matt Damon. The Adjustment Bureau.
Who's the female on that?
Emily Blunt.
Oh, it is Emily Blunt. Yeah, you're right.
Blang blang. Emily Blunt and Matt Damon star in this movie called The Adjustment Bureau. It's sort of like it's a sci-fi thriller based on a book, and then made into that movie. And it's about this soon-to-be presidential candidate, Matt Damon's character, who meets this beautiful woman in the bathroom of the hotel hall that he was going to be doing his press conference at for a presidential election. And when he meets her, while he's like going over his speech in the bathroom, he's like, that's stupid. I got to do a little different. And like, you know, she's like drops her like shoe and it makes a noise. And she's like, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to listen. It's just, you know, once you started, I kind of was stuck in here. He's like, this is the men's. She's like, I know, but I'm hiding from security because I'm not supposed to be here. But they hit it off. And then she disappears and he's like, wait, but I didn't get her name, number, nothing. And he's like, wow. And it changes she told him like, oh, and by the way, your speech, you should just scrap it and speak from the heart. And it changes everything. And what ends up happening is he walks in on like his whole team being frozen. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? And it's like if the FBI were the angels working for God to adjust someone's life so that it fits. And they were like, that woman, you got to stop seeing her. She's not part of the plan. And he's like, what? And so it ends up happening. I mean, it gets good. But if you think about the idea of like what you were saying, some things come into your path and it's up to you to latch onto it. For a long time, I had been learning music production and all that, and I couldn't for the life of me ever use it for myself, even though I know it generally fairly well. It wasn't until people came into my life who then inspired something in me out of their need and my ability to fulfill that need to actually go out and produce that. Even though I had the need myself, the need wasn't greater than the knowledge that I carried with me to inspire that desire for me to actually put myself to work. But there's something about me loving the idea of helping people just for the fact that I can and because I care about them to create that experience where I share my information and it creates this product.
You enjoy the process.
Yeah, but only I enjoy the process of helping others.
Right.
More than I enjoy the process of helping myself.
Bro, I relate. I feel that. I fucks with that.
Like other people unlock abilities in me that are only accessible when I'm around other people. Like my gifts are really for the world in a weird way. And I'm happy.
Like you've retained all this knowledge.
The books.
This platform right here
acting,
is just like
the music.
It automatically switches on that shit. Like,
yeah.
boom, I'm going to talk about this book I read in 2007.
And like, I think it's important. Like, if we become aware of like how we're activated.
It's amazing to me how much information you've retained, Phil. Because we'll just be talking, chopping it up about something, and you'll be like, Dr. Such and Such from such and such book once said that, and you'll say it almost verbatim. Like, I believe you every single time that you say a quote. Like, I believe it. It's like, they said the something. I'd be like, damn. Dope. Like crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing how much information you've retained. It's crazy. You're like a fucking bank, a knowledge bank that you just got to say the right cues and it'll activate him. Like,
yeah,
you just have to write a book.
I did.
Give me it.
I did. It needs to be edited, but I've heard great things. I shared it with this entrepreneur named Bob LeBon, whose family's like a fifth generation. His family's like a fifth generation owner of a grocery store. Like, Gelson's out here on West LA, or like a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, right? They have like fifth generation. He's like a wealthy entrepreneur through family. He read my book, because I met him through some people, and he started handing it out to teachers in high schools, like in Utah and like all East Coast like states. And it's like changing lives apparently, man. And like, it's not even edited yet. And I don't even know these kids. You know what I mean? I need to get it edited. And because I tried to go to my old high school and have them let me speak to kids. And the lady was like sour. Like, she hates her fucking job, man. And so I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna get it printed in paperback, take it, tell them read it, and let me know if you want me to share this message with the kids.
Damn.
Because I want to do that. It's 10 essays I wish I read in high school. And what I did was here's how I did it. And anybody who ever wants to write a book can take this page. For over 56 days, I just did a bunch of IG lives. I was just going live all the time while I was driving in my car. And I would rant until I came to a specific point, and then I downloaded the videos instead of sharing them, because you can only download or share them.
Yeah, right.
And I kept them, and over time I would review them, and I'd be like, what am I talking about here? And then I would coin the phrase of what that means, and then I had chosen 10 specific ones I really liked. And then I said, okay, how do I tie these lessons, these points I'm trying to make, to my life? And then I dug through my life and found stories that relate to these lessons and paint the picture so that it says, and so if you look at that experience, that's why this is important. And it's 10 specific lessons that lead people to like feel like doing something. And if it's anything like when it's like with me in person where you're like, fuck, now I got to do something about it, then I will have done my job.
You should do it as an audiobook as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I should.
Because all platforms.
Because
You
people
release
are more
it?
susceptible to that.
That's true, because nobody fucking reads, man.
Because not only that, but some things may be taken out of context,
And if they
like,
hear it through me,
if they hear you saying it directly, it's more engaging because it's actually you, the person who wrote it.
Why don't
That's
you
true.
look into TED Talks?
Dude, I would love to. Okay, so speaking of the whole smartest person in the room kind of situation, elevating your company, I went to, for weeks, I've been trying to go like adjustment bureau shit. I've been trying to go to this Toastmasters event. It's like a meeting downtown. They have global chapters everywhere, and there's just people who get together to improve their public speaking ability. They charge you, as a member of they charge you for every and ah and crutch words like, things of that nature. They charge you 10 cents for each one of those that you use to help you improve. It's an incentive to help you improve, to omit that from your everyday conversation. Now, I happen to be fortunate enough, just through sheer reading, my ability to speak somehow improved unilaterally with my performance ability in music and such. It all just made me
You have
into
to
this.
consider that you read a lot of books, so that obviously expanded your vocabulary for sure.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be. I'm not surprised by that at all.
And in the room, just like Freemasonry, while there are a lot of amazing people in Freemasonry, I speak no ill of them. It's just not for me anymore. But the same thing what happened with the Toastmasters group. I get there, I look around, and it's a lot of people there to improve. The level of improvement I'm looking for, it looks like it's going to be found in private clubs, because these clubs, without speaking ill, I just wasn't moved. And I felt like I'd be contributing more to the group than the group would be contributing to me. And that's not a bad position to be in, but that's not the position I want to be in.
Right.
You know? And it just comes back to that, like adjustment bureau. It took me 5 to 6 weeks before I could finally find the time. I had to make the time. I was like, no matter what happens today, I'm gonna make it at 12 o'clock on Friday in downtown. Even if I have to diss people to do it. And even getting there, like I meet somebody and it's complicated. I'm like, something really doesn't want me to be a part of this event.
Really?
But I forced my way through. I was like, finally, like, fuck, I'm gonna be here. And when I got there, I was like, wow, all that work for what?
All that work.
You know? Like, I want to be a public speaker, so that I want this platform to. So, what would you rather have? Power, influence, because that is different. Money, or fame, and each one of them is different, because you can be influential without being famous. You can have power without being influential. You can have money without being any other things.
I think I'd probably want to have the influence
More than anything else.
I think I'd want to be influential, because, I mean, if you're influential, you're able to manipulate and things to your liking. You know, you're able to move people around to
Chess
it's like
pieces.
playing chess. Yeah, it's exactly like playing chess. You know, you're able to put your pawns where you need them to be, and make the moves that you want to make, and things that'll be to your advantage. So yeah, definitely, I'd want to be influential.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Hell of a question, right?
that's eloquent.
Whoa,
like-
man! I need time to decide here.
Like I ran into that question with either fame or money, and then you opened up influence, and that was a hitter. I didn't even consider that one. And if you have power behind your words and people fuck with it, that's pretty more powerful than money.
Yeah,
Because
that'll get you money.
Oh, for sure. So I'm probably gonna have to side with influence. Like being influential definitely take you more places.
Yeah.
Being charismatic, being open, being that kind of person.
And
Just
see, whoa, I'm having visions here. I'm having visions.
I'm
And-
having these
Yeah,
visions,
brother. Handle your shit, man.
Handle your shit, man.
And this, I have to allow this to be expressed. And it reminds me of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, where he offers you this exercise to help you, because what we're after right now is clarity. If you look at anything that we're after, really, it's awareness. And clarity is a form of awareness.
Right.
And so it's really all we're after in life. And so the exercise that Stephen Covey offers people is to picture yourself showing up at a funeral. You're outside and you're like, okay, what's going on? You come inside, and as you're walking down the hall, you see a lot of familiar faces. All the people you love, your closest friends, and some
Right.
faces that you don't know yet. And you get there to the casket and it's you. You turn around, it's on some What Dreams May Come shit, right? Robin Williams, whatever. So you're looking out at everybody and people are going up and saying things about you. Now, what they're saying is up to you. What do you want them to say? And those things that you want them to say, that's really who you want to be in life. And now that you have that clarity, be that. So if you're saying you want influence, how this ties in, okay, now you have that clarity. Now that you have the end point, the end result, influence, now the path charts itself. Talking about auto correction, right? Negative feedback. So it's sometimes, instead of asking, how can I become my own boss? Ask yourself the question, how will I not become my own boss?
That's probably the easiest question sometimes.
You know what I mean? How will I not make more money? If I sleep in all the time or if I spend all my time doing this, all of a sudden your answers just come. There's something about negative feedback that's easier for most people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easier to ingest. Yeah.
And even if you just do that, that'll be a lot better off than if you just didn't do a damn thing because you couldn't come up with an answer.
Stagnant. Break that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. I'm trying not to do this, but it just happens.
You know what? I feel like hold on.
No, whenever you speak, Phillip, I'm sitting back like, okay, let me get ready to think. I'm about to meditate on some shit real quick.
I gotta turn on this focus bar. This focus bar has to come on. I feel like I should say bitch, fuck, sex, pussy, titties,
Get money.
asshole, get money, fuck bitches, racism,
Fuck Trump, free world.
Keenan, I'm becoming Keenan at this very moment. Sex, titties, strippers.
I know this
wanna pay.
episode's too like.
No, man, we need these kind of episodes. We need these episodes where there's knowledge running rampant because it's part of the show. It's part of the show.
It is,
but it's what's great, man. This is what's great. This is what makes the None of Our Business podcast as good as it is. Oh, where's the camera? I'm over here.
It's there, but yeah.
Pew pew pew. Oh shit! Hold on 1 minute.
What we got?
1 minute? What happened?
Hold on. Here you go.
Hold on 1 second. Here we go.
Wait, am I on the radio?
Caller number one.
Caller number one.
It's buzzing a shitload.
Ladies, hold on.
We're gonna have to edit this buzz out.
Hold on. It's because of my damn case.
There's a buzz. Oh god, it's gonna be part of the episode.
Keenan Duncan.
What is you guys
There
are so
he
uncoordinated.
is. Shut
what
your
happens when I'm
fucking
not there?
mouth. Ladies
Keenan.
and gentlemen, we have Keenan Duncan on the call.
Hey.
Keenan, you're here with Joe.
Oh my God, I'm on the radio.
You're here with Philly, and you're here with Devon. Devin has
Hey,
replaced
Devin.
you. Just so you know, Devin has replaced you. He's our special
Hey,
guest.
hey.
He's not another black guy.
We're interchangeable, guys.
He said we're interchangeable. What it do, Keenan? How are you liking
What?
this game?
It's good because it's close. It's not like a shutdown, which I thought. It's not.
It isn't. It isn't a shutout. Absolutely not.
No. I'm so glad that it's still no touchdowns left. However, after the second half, I would like to see somebody scoring so we can get like a good rivalry battle going on. But as long as the scores are close, I'm totally cool with that. What about you guys? How are you liking the game so far?
I'm watching it. I'm definitely watching it.
I haven't seen them make a home run yet, so I'm still working on it.
You know, I hate to be the guy to say this, but you could have fucking watched this here. So, of course, we're watching it right now.
Wait a minute. There's a reason why I'm not there.
I know because you had
Because
committed
we're not as good, right?
to your friends.
I am hanging around with rich white folks. So
He said, "You thought I was gonna pass that up to hang out with you?"
He's like, "Yo, I'm trying to get in here. I'm trying to get a sponsor.
Trying to secure my
I'm
bench.
trying to secure the
man,
bag."
I'm working angles. I'm the only one that's actually out here doing
Oh,
shit for the new
wow.
podcast.
Wait, do you
Oh.
mean?
Anyway,
We're just sitting on our asses, just talking shit.
Do you
basically.
mean? Do you mean to tell me that you're trying to get us sponsors?
I'm trying to get his. I'm
You're
trying
a
to
fucking
get this
liar.
rich
You
white money.
fucking liar. The fuck
Keenan, I
outta
gotta
here.
say though, that's a hell of an alibi. I'll give you that.
All of a sudden, you just see pictures of me just like smoking and drinking.
You know what's funny is that right now, like literally seconds ago, I just started saying a lot of raunchy shit because I felt we were missing that, and I was like,
it was weird.
I was just
It was too real.
I was channeling my inner Keenan.
I couldn't replace that part
Because
I'm
we were just
sorry.
spitting knowledge over here, and then I was like, you know what? I should just say like shit, bitch, ass, fuck, women, women are nothing.
Keenan, quick, say
Women are
something that
nothing.
nobody would ever say.
Wait a minute. I don't say women are nothing. Man, I'm trying to get a
Say,
girlfriend
whoa.
here, man. Take it away.
By the way, any
speak-
ladies out there, Keenan?
Yes. Speaking of which, Devin, I need your help.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He said yes.
So,
sir.
He said yes.
wait, what I need help with is there's a super hot lady who works behind a Waba grill
Okay.
in my.
She works
where I work.
behind. Okay, wait. Let me get
So
this
she's
straight.
cooking,
She
or
works
is she?
behind a Waba grill. So is she like in the alley?
don't be a dick,
taking
Joe.
donations? Or he's the one that said she works behind a Waba grill. Like,
Okay, so she's an employee, Waba Grill.
he didn't say
Continue.
that. He said she works behind. So I'm imagining. I'm imagining an alley. You know, I'm picturing an alley. There's a chair.
There's some
You know.
some needles.
She's taking any money, any collateral. You know, she's with it.
Okay, Keenan. So what? So what's his
go,
name,
go.
Keenan?
What's his name?
Let me
What's his name again?
She works behind the cash register.
Ah, there it is. There it is.
At a Waba grill. But see, that's the thing. I need your help, Devin, because I need to know, like, what are the etiquettes and rules and regulations for, like, to get a number to ask somebody out, because they're at a place of business. They're working. Nobody likes to be,
What
at least
the
as far as
fuck?
I know,
Why,
asked out at work. You know?
why do you have to ask Devin? Why can't you ask the whole group in general? Wow. Why
Hey,
is that?
hey, listen, guys. It might be just a black thing. Just chill on this one. I got this,
He
ladies and
said-
gentlemen.
He's like, I got this, my
He was like, "You
brother."
wouldn't understand. It's a black thing."
Easy. Okay, first step.
No, I'm pretty sure that as most of our guests, you guys don't let them talk. So I'm giving.
Oh wow!
I'm more listening. I'm more observing, catching the vibes.
The truth is
waves.
out. Don't lie, Keenan. You want advice because you already asked us for advice. That's what it was. Huh?
All right, give
I
him,
pretty much actually.
give
No,
him-
but
give him some
no,
insight,
it'll be
Devin.
A
Just give him
good
some
topic. I guess the discussion or topic that I'm calling in about is, what to do when you want to ask somebody out who's at work, whether it be at the office, whether it be at mostly, at a, grocery store behind the counter or something like that. Like what's because you meet, I'm pretty sure all three of you have met or ran into some women that you were like, oh, I would like to ask her out, but she's working behind Starbucks or some shit like that.
Okay, so I'll tell you how I'm keeping 120% right now. I am not the ladies' man that you think I am. It's all looks, ladies and gentlemen. No, like with me, I am not the aggressor. I see from afar, okay, she's cool. That's nice. Okay. Then I make my attack. But you gotta be very stealthy with the attack. Simple. Hey babe, when do you get off? Just
Okay, you put your
Ooh.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, you
voice
put
on
that
there.
Denzel voice on.
All right, okay, all right, okay.
Okay,
My
all
man.
right, okay.
it's like, hey, listen, I know you're busy, I know you're at
My
work,
nigga.
but
So it's all in the tone.
it's all in the tone first off. But then you can
Right.
all just use that tone
Ooh,
as a facade. It's just humor.
I don't think Keenan has a deep tone though.
You don't fake it. Fake
No.
that shit. She'll love it.
Yo.
She'll love that.
Keenan.
It's so
Keenan,
It's
give
a
us your best, deep, smooth tone. Hit it.
Hi.
that might work on Sesame Street.
Elmo wanna play. You just go in there,
Playful
Cookie.
secrets.
Oscar, let's go.
He said, "Playful secrets." Okay, but it is all tone.
It is tone. No, I agree with that. I can get behind
Well,
that.
what do you
20%
say? I mean,
tone.
I got a number. I mean, not a number. I got a name, but it's like, do you? 'cause
Yeah,
your
everybody
name-
has a
I
name,
wouldn't say it's
Keenan. She has a name
embarrassing,
tag. What the fuck?
but- Well, they don't give out name tags at a Waba Grill, Joe. If you know your shit.
Well, I don't go to Whopper Grill, so there's that.
Okay, Keenan,
Well,
wait.
well,
Do
the
you
food
want to
is really
marry
good.
this girl?
Yeah. How far are you trying to give?
Well, because see, it's first.
Was it
impressions.
love
I
at
can't-
first
I can't
sight?
say.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, for me, not for her. I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking.
It's all one sided. Okay.
It's always one sided.
Yeah.
And you want to get this side on that side? Am I right?
Oh wait. Hold on. I gotta smoke real quick. I'm gonna take a puff.
Get
One
the
second.
fuck out of here.
Dude, you just lucky
Okay.
you in California. That's
Keenan recently
Hold that
started
thought.
smoking.
He's the cool guy.
Now he's the
scene
big,
kid.
the big cool guy now.
sorry,
Look at
guys.
him.
I've got to take a puff.
Mr.
Hold that thought.
Mr. Big Dick over here, just being big dick. The fuck out of here.
That's like Keenan going, hold on while I unlock my Ferrari.
He's too cool for us, guys.
Are you high yet, Keenan?
No, see, I think whoever gave me this weed was bullshitting me. I think it's fake. I think
Keenan,
it's like,
are you
think you're
inhaling,
fake.
Keenan? Because if you're not inhaling, that's the first problem.
oh, am I supposed? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Do you have the lighter?
I smoke, but I don't inhale.
Oh, yeah. There's your problem, buddy.
Common mistake.
Keenan's
problem.
being ridiculous. I'm sure he inhales. You have to be inhaling, right?
Did you guys?
You
talk
would never
a lot
just
of mad
knowingly
shit?
waste the drugs like that, would you?
That's a foul in my circle.
You're just
Oh,
wasting
man,
tasty vibes, man.
Tasty,
Did I
tasty
get a cash
vibes.
prize for being the caller number 2?
Yeah, you get this
Hey.
digital,
Oh, man.
this digital subscription to the People magazine.
You get 16 issues of this dick.
Wow, I wasn't the one who said it.
Yeah.
The vulgar level is amazing.
As soon as Keenan comes into
I know.
the energy, it just gets all vulgar.
We were doing just fine, guys. And then Kenny calls, and now we're like vulgar as fuck. Just talking about pussy and dicks.
Keenan, what planet are you
devil's-
from?
I'm devil's advocate. I
Hey, are
love
you
it,
getting
but
yourself some little songs on over there? You know what I'm saying?
Little after
You
Super
mean
Bowl
the
special.
white powder?
You gonna get
Wait,
yourself
what?
some?
Wait, what are we
hell?
talking about?
Keenan is taking
so
puffs
confused.
and surrounded by white powder.
Wow, it's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. The New England Patriots are up 3. It is now halftime, and I think no one was prepared for what the score is right now. It's 3-0
No,
to
no,
New
not at
England.
all. No.
Everybody
I was-
thought
I
this
was
was going to be a
expecting-
high-scoring game, but the defense
too.
has just been phenomenal.
That's good. That's real good.
I mean,
what they
I've
need.
been eyeballing the game here and there, but from what I've seen, there have been many. This is great. It's a great game. It is a great game.
It is a really
yeah.
good game. I'm glad you guys are watching it and doing like a podcast thing about it. It's super awesome. Really, really, really cool. It's a shame I can't be there. I miss you guys.
Oh, such a shame.
It's
Keenan.
such a shame. Oh man, we are torn. We are heartbroken. We don't know how we will
I
continue.
know. I'm not, it's,
Hey, Devin,
it's
what are you
just so
doing next
hard.
Sunday?
Actually, I have a few plans hanging out.
I think Keenan's gonna be unavailable.
I think Joe's just getting him back because when Joe was the caller last time, Keenan was talking about starting a different podcast without Joe.
Yeah.
That's how
It's
it starts.
okay.
That's how it starts.
I'm
I
accepting of it.
was. Are
Oh,
you guys?
shit.
I guess you guys are close to your 2-hour mark. When did you guys start? Am I calling in late?
You're coming in at we're about an hour 45 around there right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Always
So,
awesome.
hey, you
Okay.
called
Well,
at a great time.
Oh, good. Well, yeah.
Oh,
thanks
that's
for
right.
coming
I
on.
was supposed to let Keenan know when we started so that he would know when to call.
Like,
Damn,
The
I dropped
behind
the
the scenes.
ball on that shit.
Post production, pre-production.
And he stepped on the
I
ball.
can remember
No,
whatever the hell I read in books, but I can't remember the promises I made.
That's gonna
Well,
be
I
his
was
downfall.
having too much fun with all these white people and drugs
Oh,
and
wow.
money and
It's just a bunch
booze
of dudes, isn't it?
just
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah,
bunch
it
of dicks flopping around.
You went to a
You don't have to
sausage
lie.
fest, huh? All right.
No, it's great.
It's
a
great.
once-a-year
Dicks-
thing.
dicks all
I
around.
swear. No, it's. I'm trying to bring you two in. So once I do like another year, they'll be comfortable enough for me in
dear.
the circle to bring some friends.
Once you gain tenure at the firm.
Yeah.
I'll be able to bring in the associates, and
Oh man.
Yeah.
then we're
It'll
just
be-
gonna
well,
fuck
the
everything
idea-
up.
the idea-
Once they bring us
well,
in,
the
it's
idea was
just
to
we're just
do-
gonna devastate everything.
Kenan,
Ah,
you,
geez.
you do realize that once you bring
Females are
in
gonna turn
brown
a trick
people,
for
it's going to be
coke.
different, right?
I know.
Well,
They don't look
enough,
at
I
us
am
the
the only
same.
brown one here. But shit. There was something else I was hoping to add as a topic of discussion, but I'll just leave it at that for now. I thought I had a few in Philly. and hopefully I might be able to
Hold
remember.
on. Hold on. The
What?
reason all of us are like baffled right now is twofold. I was just talking about Scientology earlier, and we just saw a Super Bowl commercial for
They're
Scientology.
listening to
I
us.
thought it was like a new hit show coming out.
It was all
then
dope, like it was all
bam.
like filmed all
Scientology
sick, and then it was like Scientology.tv.
And,
And all of us were
remember
like,
that.
what the fuck?
Philly, they
That's
found you.
hilarious.
They found you.
Dude. No, you
Oh,
know what
but
it is?
Devin-
It's just coincidence.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Devin, we gotta link up, and 'cause I got a couple shows coming up.
That's
a
true.
couple months from now.
What? You
that I could
dropping your
use-
shows
I
on
could
our
use your
show, Keenan? What the fuck?
help.
They are going to be what?
you,
They're
shows.
like in March and April, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they're plenty of ways away, Joe. So don't worry
I
about that.
know.
Plus,
It's just we're just mad you're
yeah.
not here, Keenan.
what?
We're just mad that you're not here.
They're a little sensitive.
I'm not
I
being
feel
mad
it. It's
here.
okay. I'm here. We're here.
You should be where I'm at.
Wow.
Fuck you. You said we have to wait another year.
Look at Keenan sending mixed messages, and he says he can't
know.
get women.
I know.
It's funny. Keenan gets distracted by white chicks. It's
Oh.
hilarious.
I mean,
What?
isn't that like a thing with you African American people and
Oh,
the
you remember
Oh
the
my
movie
God.
Undercover Brother
They
no.
play in the snow. We
milk
play in the
of
snow.
magnesia?
with the pink nipples and everything?
Was it everything I dreamed of?
And the duck shoes. Don't forget the duck shoes.
The duck shoes. Oh my
Pink
god.
nipples and
Wait, what the hell
fuck
was that? Keenan was making the sound of masturbation with the phone. What the fuck? It sounded
No,
nasty.
That was a grapefruit
Keenan.
technique. I know that one. I know that one.
I said that was a grapefruit technique. Wow.
That was me sucking on the nipple sound.
Oh wow.
I don't think you've ever sucked on a nipple because that's not what it sounds like.
Yeah, the boobs felt like sandbags.
Come on, guys. Everybody knows what it feels like. I mean, you know,
Oh, Keenan.
they feel like sandbags.
Oh shit.
Oh God. I'm gonna let you guys go.
On that note,
You're trying to catch the halftime show. I get it. You're trying to catch the halftime show.
Hey,
I
what
get
band is playing the halftime show?
it. Maroon 5.
Yeah,
It's
Wow.
I
Maroon
went to the
5.
halftime show. I'm a stage guy, stage for life. So,
Hey.
but no, I'm glad you came on, Devin. We got to hook up. I'm glad you're hanging out with Philly and Joe.
And
Filling
that's
in
right.
as the
You do
new
have some
token.
dope music shows coming up, so that's definitely something people should look up.
Yeah, and it's good that you're still within the inner circle. It's awesome. We need a collection of friends. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, I almost forgot you two knew each other. That was the craziest thing.
Yeah, we met a couple times. But I gotta get back in. Oh wait, what?
Eat a dick.
Oh yeah,
Bye,
okay, yeah,
bitch.
Yeah. No, all right.
you sound
All
so
right.
cool right now.
I
White-
know.
So
white girl?
important
Oh, I gotta
over
go,
there.
guys. They're calling me back
Sorry.
inside.
Sorry, guys. I gotta go.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You just hung up on it.
I just hung up on him.
Drop the call.
He's such an asshole. He's over there gloating about fucking being with his white friends.
Who would want to be with a bunch of? He rubbed off on me. I almost said it. Oh God, does this still work? Okay,
That's fucking.
I need to get a
great.
splitter
Yeah,
to
we
make
should
that a
get-
little
we
more
should get
smooth.
one. We should get one.
That was
Goodness
hilarious,
gracious.
man.
See what happens with
Keenan totally rubbed off on us.
He's the fucking dynamic. It's
Love
the
that call,
dynamic of the trifecta. Philly's the knowledge, Keenan's the pervert, and I'm just like right in between. I'm nestled right in between there.
right in between
breasts.
these nuts. Hey, see, it's not the same without Keenan there to be like, yeah, it's so funny.
It still
Oh,
feels good.
man.
It still feels good.
love
Who's excited for How to Train Your Dragon 3? Anybody know? Oh damn.
No. I just want to say that it's clear that what they're talking about is the exact same thing we've been talking about this whole episode in How to Train Your Dragon. It's the observer and what's being observed. The dragon being the self, the lesser self that needs to be controlled and directed, and the main character being the person who's doing the development of the self.
Have you seen it?
And the trailer now introduces the girl aspect of it. And so now it isn't only speaking to boys and hoping girls can relate, but now it's directly doing it the other way around. And of course, there's the whole hero's arc and there's like evil and good. And that's all clouded and shrouded into the lesson.
I'm so glad that females in media have
Like Star Wars,
just have developed so much more now.
Hmm.
Because now we
main
get to see
characters
that.
and shit.
Now the issue though is that these female roles are still being written by males.
Big issue.
So
Well, that's pretty much the whole market. It's dominated by males.
I know. That's
gotta change.
the part that sucks. That's the part that sucks because
Dude,
even though we are getting more female leads, even though we're getting more female leads, we're still these female leads are still being written by dudes. So they still get sexualized. They still, all these things are still happening to these females. And that does suck. So I'm glad that we get more female directors, that we've been getting more female directors and all this. So I don't even know why I started talking about this, but because I was talking How to Train Your Dragon and
How to Train Your Dragon, and the female perspective is important, and you're right. I do agree with you. It should be written by women, and I know there's a big movement right now where a lot of A-list actresses are committing to working on their next film being one directed by a woman, because it's the directors that often make the choice of what teams they're going to work with collaboratively, unless they don't have the pull and the studios are the ones directing that, but for the most part, the directors do get a lot of leeway with who they choose to work with.
Right. Well, the director for Captain Marvel is a woman,
which is dope. It's all happening.
Super dope.
It's all happening.
Super dope. I
We're
mean, the
getting
Wonder
more.
Woman, the Wonder Woman movies are directed by a woman.
With Gal Gadot. Is that her name?
Yeah.
I'm just not even going to say it because I'm getting to a point where I don't think I can say these things. It's scary.
Have you seen that that Antonio Banderas gif?
No.
From Assassins?
No.
Where he's on the computer and then he's like, he sees, like, he gets the results that he wants and he's like,
I totally did that.
You've seen it, haven't you?
I know what you're talking about. I
gotta show it to you, man.
Total satisfaction.
Oh,
Right?
Shit. So Maroon 5's about to play.
Yeah, Maroon 5.
Man,
Maroon 5.
what is it with Adam Levine? Like, look, I think he can sing, but there's just something about like that can't be his speaking voice. Woke up, the shot I struggle to memorize, But then it's dope the way he does it. That's the problem. It's dope, but it's also unique.
Isn't he the same guy on The Voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did that one song, Beauty Queen of Only. He's showing me the Antonio Banderas, so you gotta show it to Devin, dude. I basically did a very stereotypical what people would believe a Latin lover would be like kind of response to the thought of Gal Gadot. I was like, oh,
dramatic.
In my country, we make passionate love.
Here's the extended one. There it is. There it is.
That's the one that I remember.
Here, this is it. That's
the one that I remember.
Where it leans back first. Ooh.
That's exactly what I did.
Say less. We got it.
Maybe you could drop the clip of it.
I'm gonna have to
on the video
at some point. What timing is this?
We're at 147.
Okay, that's wow. Did he just lick his? Okay, so here's. I once had a thought that drove me away from entertainment. I said, look at how they want me to dance, jump, and move when they want me to, like I'm some fucking clown. Like I make them laugh. Like
I'm some fucking kind of clown.
Like that's what drove me away from the idea of being an entertainer. Because at some point, it doesn't become your choice anymore if you want to go professionally.
I mean, I think that's what this situation is. Like nobody else was trying to perform at the Super Bowl because everybody's boycotting the NFL. Mm-hmm. And then Maroon 5 was like, they probably offered him a good chunk, and they're like, well, fuck it,
money talks.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you think doing too much, he's not being true to his organic, artistic self because he's abiding to the consumer. Okay.
I don't even know that they actually play, like really, really play, live. I don't know. I might be mistaken, but for some reason I feel like, or maybe Maroon 5 is playing. Maybe that's probably one of their stipulations in their contract where they do have to play, because it looks like they are playing. Yeah. But I know
there are a lot of acts that no longer.
There are a lot of acts, especially for the Super Bowl, because everything has to be so tight. Mm-hmm. That they don't even let them play. Like
the people that
they
have
say,
done
look,
it live,
you got to do this. you have to do it this way. It has to be done through a recording. Maybe we'll let you, actually play a little bit live, but maybe you won't be able to
because
hear
a bad
maybe they're probably playing live with themselves, but the
recording
with
itself,
the recording,
because there's a lot riding on this shit, and if it's
what the fuck,
Yo,
did they just play SpongeBob in the middle
I'm
of Maroon
lit right
5
now.
performance?
yo,
I've been seeing a bunch of SpongeBob memes about this exact episode. This is very timely.
What?
I don't know what's going on right now.
Wait a minute. Right in the middle of Adam Levine's performance. Okay, they're just trying to go viral, dude. They're going to have people talk about this. This is ridiculous.
What is happening
Is this
right
real?
now?
Is this CGI?
It's like augmented reality type shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. What the fuck? Oh, is that Travis Scott? He fucking would. That fucking son of a bitch. Travis fucking Scott.
Can you imagine what the meeting was
Wow.
like? He's like, so I'm going to want SpongeBob footage.
I thought he wasn't gonna play. I thought he had. Oh wow, that's fucking crazy.
But see, that looked like it was purposely trying to go viral so people could talk about how the introduction was made.
Wow,
It was totally Purple Cow.
That was a good play, though.
wow.
It was.
That is
You
crazy.
got your attention. We're talking about it.
For some reason, I thought he wasn't gonna play. Like that's nuts. That'll be hilarious if Cardi B play. Like,
Is he wearing a
performs
leather
as well.
vest?
He's
pretty
wearing
badass.
Something I don't know.
It must be hot as fuck though. He's wearing all that leather and the fires are just out there like
That's nuts. Look at us watching the fucking
it's got
Super
the
Bowl
Bob the
halftime
Builder
show.
Tool belt. I love it.
That I thought that was a sweater wrapped around his
Was
waist.
it?
I don't know. Is it? I have no idea what the fuck.
why
that
does it
is.
look like it's like a fake Star Wars like tool belt, but it's kind of working with what he's got going on.
And looking at Adam Levine trying to be with the culture.
Oh
Look
my
at him.
god.
Like bouncing up and down.
It's
Like,
cringeworthy.
like, yo,
I've been here doing
I'm
this
hip hop too,
Oh
bro.
my god. Well, look, if he focuses on the guitar, it'll work.
Yeah.
Stick to the
Stick to your
guitar.
strengths.
Stick to the guitar.
Stick to the guitar, buddy.
Let Travis
Come on,
Scott.
pal.
Let Travis Scott be the M. Look at he's fucking doing his smiles. It's not.
Look at him.
He just upstaged them. Ladies and gentlemen,
just
Travis
up-
Scott
I'm
just upstaged Adam Levine.
Oh shit! They still got the drums running. What is going
Wait
on?
a minute. You're
I
gonna
am
have
so confused.
Okay. I was gonna say you cannot have a drum line with that many. I hate this. You can't have a drum line with that many white people. I'm sorry.
You said it.
Have you seen the Nick Cannon movie?
After that, I thought only black people can drum.
You're like, wait a minute. There's something wrong with this drum line. I
One,
don't see
two,
any
three.
color here.
Am I allowed to say that because I'm half white, or it doesn't count?
You know what? Maybe that's your opening.
Judges?
Maybe that's the
Because I'm
opening.
half white. So I mean, I know I look completely Latino, but I am half white. My mom's last name is Lefew. So you know,
you.
I don't- oh, of course Adam Levine's gonna get his solo now.
yeah.
I'm at the Super Bowl now. And beautiful.
It looked like you just said that.
I'm at the Super Bowl now.
Spinning in
Well,
a
it's
circle.
like that's karaoke song, singing in my gay voice.
What?
Yeah, there was this the Brass Monkey. Sometimes they'll play a video. It's called "Singing in My Gay Voice," and it's like an NSYNC group, and they're just talking about how whenever they sing in music like this, you have to sing in your gay voice.
That's it. Look, what is going on? Really?
I've noticed this.
Is there a choir? And
I'm saying it's a
There is a
movement about
fucking
choirs.
choir.
Everyone's using choirs now.
Like, yes, Adam Levine, I believe that you sang with the choir
So, like,
wow,
your whole
dude.
life. An all-black choir. Please, tell me more.
dude.
Ah, jeez. I cannot.
Can you imagine what this meeting was like? And we're gonna have a choir. It's just gonna come out with Travis Scott and SpongeBob, and it's gonna be amazing.
get that green
Trash.
asteroid shit to drop
Absolute
down too.
trash.
And then he wants to go there and shake
like,
hands
"Hey,
with
what's
people.
up? What's up, ladies?
What's up, ladies?
going
I'm wearing
on?"
my chains. Do you see my chains? Oh man.
Jeez
Oh, it hurts,
Louise.
The
dude.
king is go into the cashier and go just like this. If you have Alamine in the back of your mind,
Yes.
use that momentum.
You see
You're
you see what Adam Levine is doing right now? Okay, that's what you want to do.
You know
want to be
what?
that guy.
What if Adam Levine one day hears this? And we get to some kind of level of platform, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys."
Like we invite him on the show. He's like, No, fuck you.
It's like, I remember
I
what
remember
you said.
episode 13. You fucking asshole. Fuck you. You'd be like, all right, well, fuck you then. And we're gonna have this whole beef with Adam Levine. He'll
It's
never
like
come on
South
the
Park.
show.
Like they don't give a fuck who they offend type shit.
So this is where it starts.
Look, I mean,
this is
I'm just
nuts.
I'm just speaking on the facts, man. Like that's what I don't agree with when it comes to commercial entertainment is that I get it. You got to get paid. And the minute you do that, any values that you have go out the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's crazy because money can bring together people who don't share the same values.
Mhm.
Think about wars, right? You throw money into the equation and suddenly you're allies. Look, now he's talking about like,
It's the drones. They're all drones. Amazing.
oh, they're using drones to
They're
spell
using
words.
drones to fuck it. Yeah.
Wow.
One love. God. Somebody take this fucking halftime show
he
back and
better-
put it in the toilet.
He better not be singing a Bob Marley song. I'm not listening to the audio, but if he's going one love, love, no, whatever. If he's
Jeez.
yo,
I am so uncomfortable right now. Oh man.
why does it feel like we just watched a Disney movie?
Oh,
There was a
jeez.
choir.
Who's coming
It
on?
does feel like High School Musical. It does.
Wow, is this a low right? Kanye?
Jeez.
Is that
Oh, wait.
Kanye?
Nah, that's not Kanye.
I can't. Yeah, it can't be. He wouldn't be wearing mink and at this season.
Bro, that's Kanye.
No, that's not Kanye.
That looks
Swear.
like Kanye,
Swear.
right? Swear,
No,
it
that's
looks
not
like
Kanye. No,
Who the AT aliens? Oh, it's Big Boy. No,
it's fucking
that's
Big
Big
Boy.
yo. Oh, well, I
What
don't know. The
is
conversation
happening?
just changed because
God damn it.
I got mad respect for Outkast,
Mm-hmm.
but this is really weird.
Anything that's
Louise.
playing halftime.
The
during
only
this
thing that's gonna
controversy-
top this now is if fucking Andre comes out.
If Andre 3000 shows up,
No,
after
he won't. He won't show up.
because that Key and Peele skit, right?
No, not because of that. Is
Oh,
that Jermaine Dupri?
Oh my god, no,
Oh, no, that's not.
Don't-
Oh shit!
Don't call it a comeback.
That's Silky. What's his name? I love the way you move.
Oh,
CeeLo. That's not CeeLo.
Sleepy
Sleepy
Brown,
Brown,
Sleepy
Sleepy
Brown,
Brown.
Sleepy Brown.
Oh, okay.
That's Sleepy Brown.
Sleepy Brown sings "I
Oh
love the
shit!
way
That's
you
Sleepy
move."
Brown.
Uh-huh.
When they remade that Earth, Wind and Fire jam.
What is going on?
Well,
Well,
why
they're
is
Atlanta
Adam-
natives. I get that, but,
But Adam Levine is wearing an AT Aliens jacket all of a sudden. Look. Even if he gets respect, he would get more respect if he was just like, it's okay. You know what? Who fucking cares what I have to say?
That's like the fourth piece of clothing I have
No.
seen him take off.
Oh my god. Look at my tattoos on both my arms now. Don't you see them? Wow. Oh my god.
This has been a roller coaster of emotions. I'm so
And
confused.
the tighter the shirt, the more successful I think.
Exactly. It's a scale.
Now I could see him in Jersey Shore. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, geez.
You know who they should
This has just been color commentary on the fucking halftime show. What the fuck?
Oh my god. The only thing that could make this performance crazier is if Trump shows up and he's like, now that I have you all here, I want to speak about the policies for 2019. Tremendous.
Adam Levine, you're doing great. Phenomenal performance.
Phenomenal performance.
We go back a long time. We've been friends a long time.
Great guy.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Oh,
Whoa,
man.
that camera is shaky as fuck. Who somebody just got fired. That was the shakiest camera zoom I've ever seen.
Wow. This is nuts. This
Maybe
is
it's because of the
nuts.
fucking crowd.
It went from nobody wanting to perform at the NFL halftime show to everybody performing. Even SpongeBob. What the fuck?
And you know what's crazy is I enjoy Maroon 5 on its own. I just don't understand how those acts were associated. I can see the Travis Scott and the
I have
Outkast thing
zero
because
idea
they're
how
they're
this-
like
That makes sense.
yeah. But how is Adam Levine associated to them other than he has a major platform himself, just like as a band and like his own personal brand, which I respect that in its own case, but like combining those?
Okay.
Oh no,
Ah,
he
damn
did.
it,
I knew it.
Christ.
I knew it.
God
Fan service
damn
to
it.
all the girls, dude.
Fuck
And
yeah.
now you can see my abs and my tattoos and my gay voice. It's the complete package now, dude.
Okay.
Is that Dave Grohl? No, it wasn't Dave Grohl.
The craziest part of this whole thing is that everything you're seeing right now will be gone in 15 minutes. Like this whole production.
Oh, that's right. Because Joe does like this is what Joe
Yeah.
has set up.
The craziest thing
Super Bowl
about this
before.
is that this whole stage and all the lighting and everything that's happened is gone in 15 minutes, so the game can continue.
You might, how
That's
much,
like
how
the
much
fastest-
crew?
Yeah,
How much crew
absolutely. It's
did-
an army.
yeah.
It's an army because you have to consider. I just saw like a LED panel. Look, see these things on the floor right here on the
Yeah.
sides of the stage. That's all lighting. So
The
there's going to be an
pyro
army
and
of
the
just
fu-
people coming and picking up those little lights. Boom, 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 boom.
And they
boom.
have to do that shit right before the fucking game comes back.
That's crazy. What if they miss a screw on the field?
Exactly.
Dude.
That's
Liable for that.
fucking nuts.
Dude, I bet you that was what the Rams planted
That's
so that
one
they
of
could
the
win
things.
this game.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's probably the most that's the most admirable thing about this is that this production comes in just as fast as it goes out. Like,
you know what bird
it's
got
impressive.
caught in those fireworks? You know what I'm saying? God damn it! It's just here for the show.
that
oh
shit is
my
nuts.
God. Over there hugging his sweaty ass body.
It's like, nah,
Hell
man, I'm
no!
cool.
I'd have been,
See,
I'd have been like, here, shake my hand.
You're like, nah, we good, fam. We good, tight.
Like Big
All
Boy
right.
came out with like a whole coat. Like he must be cold. I don't have no clothes on at all.
Yo.
But it's Atlanta.
Little
Oh yeah, it was cold.
John.
No, you're right. It's cold in Atlanta right now.
So it's not
Holy
hot Atlanta
shit.
right now?
His tattoos
it's
keep him
definitely
warm.
not hot.
Yeah, dude. Different kind of sleeves.
Wow. That is nuts.
And you
That
know
is
what?
nuts.
What do you think the budget was on just the crew alone for that shit? For the whole Super
I'm telling
Bowl?
no, it's
We're talking
the
millions,
halftime show is millions of dollars. yeah.
billions of dollars.
No, it is. It is. The halftime show is absolutely millions and millions of dollars. Like, there's no way. I mean, you're a lot of that budget. Not even a lot. I can't even say it's a lot, but the budget on the artist alone is super high.
And
is that a
people-
Supra?
That's the new Supra.
That is the fucking new Supra.
This shit looks like a car from Blade Runner, huh? It looks like a
wow.
007 car.
That's the Toyota Supra. Oh wait. All right. Sorry guys. I'm just.
No.
Yep. Wow. The new Supra. That's
The
crazy.
new.
There hasn't been a new Supra in years.
Well, I guess it's the Supra. You know what I'm saying?
Supra.
Yo,
Anyway, all right. So,
I think that was a great coverage of halftime.
Did pretty good.
I think we did pretty well. The sad thing is that we can't like show the halftime show
And while
on
we're
this show
talking
because
shit,
we'll get
that's
the
true.
shit
The
sued
video,
out of
and we
us.
wouldn't be able to monetize
So
the video.
it
afterwards.
wasn't that great on our part. We apologize. We should have described it a little more, but I'm sure most of you saw it.
Yeah, that I don't know, man. That's fucking what the fuck.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
And also, I think I drank too much, and now I have to urinate, and my bladder hurts. There's a lot of things going on in the world that just don't make sense, and they're not fair.
Life isn't fair. I mean, look at Jussie.
I love what
Jussie
Alicia
Smollett.
Keys is doing, though, but she's
at
not wearing
her.
any makeup anymore
That's the move.
to help like empower women to not feel like they have to wear makeup. Now,
took her
granted,
years.
Alicia Keys is gorgeous in a lot of respects naturally.
Hmm.
Now,
I guess Proactive really did work on her. Huh?
yeah,
'Cause for the longest time, she was just she was sponsoring or she was endorsing Proactive.
Just trying to get that back.
Yeah, she was trying to get that bag. She did get that bag apparently because now her skin's clear. She doesn't want to wear makeup. Like, damn, girl, Proactive really helped you out.
Doesn't
yeah.
need a bag anymore.
I know.
And her husband, of course, the producer who made that
Swiss Beats.
Swiss, yeah,
Swizzy.
get it on the flow, get it on the flow, yeah. I mean that's just crazy. What a power! Like that's what I'm saying is, I don't think that there's anything wrong with joining forces with people with the expectation that you guys are going to support each other with your talents. Joining forces with people and not telling them that the expectation is to have their talents at your service and yours at theirs is where you can use the word you're using people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
but questing, like anyone who watches movies that deal with fantasy or adventures
Or play video games.
or play video games,
RPGs.
you need people with different skill sets to work together and not care who's the star, because even the star doesn't have all the skills necessary to finish the quest.
Right.
It's like Pokemon. You need all 6. You can't just depend on one. You know, it's like any team. You need the captain, but without everyone else, what does it matter?
Right. Doesn't.
And people are so caught up with wanting to be independent, and when really it comes down to like the difference between Drake and us. Like Drake has 80 songwriters alone. I'm not shitting on him. I'm saying alone in his songs, he's got a big ass team. That's why his songs keep topping the charts. That's why they're so good. Even though they're repetitive, they're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It comes with that. Like the more content you make, the more shit you make. You got to be like, all right, I need more team to help keep this on board. Can't do that shit alone. It gets harder and harder.
Absolutely
The
can't.
consumer demands more.
Because we only have 24 hours in a day as an individual. But if all three of us are putting our hours on the table, let's say we only have 8 of those 24 hours to actually dedicate towards a project. But 8 times 3 is
No, 24.
24. And in the Bible,
I know if you were actually asking.
and in the Bible, and also Freemasons have a saying that whenever 3 or more are gathered in my name, I am present. And there's something about the number 3. And when 3 of us with 8 hours each that we can actually devote to something out of all our 24 hours that we have, if you can realistically dig into that, like think about just the power of us putting that on the table and saying, okay, this is what I can give. The time, because that's really all we have.
Right. Our time.
Our manipulation of time. And that's where the concentration, the ability to concentrate comes in. And the discerning what's thinking and what's not.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, one more thing before we get into our soapbox talk. Are you guys aware of this whole Jussie Smollett situation? The dude that's in Empire, in that show Empire. All right, so there's this dude, Jussie Smollett. He's part of the show called Empire. He was also a child actor. He was in Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, he came out as gay a couple of years ago. And he's been very active as far as like the Black Lives Matter movement and just in general in the culture. He's a singer. That's why he's on. It's not why he's on Empire, but he's a singer, and he's used his Empire clout as a platform to help him further his music career. But last week he was assaulted by allegedly he was assaulted by some Trump supporters, some Make America Great Again supporters. The red hat wearing dudes. Man. Basically what happened, according to the report, is that he was assaulted. It was a hate crime on 2 levels, because he was black and because he's gay. Now, what his thing is, he said that he was assaulted, he was beat up, they poured bleach on him.
Oh, hell.
They called him a fag, they called him a nigger, and then they put a noose around his neck.
Oh, I'm getting heated, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I did not even hear about this.
Allegedly. Now, the reason I say that is because now there's supposed to be video. Nobody's seen this video. The video that they do have is incredibly grainy. So you can't even make out the people who actually did whatever they did. And now his following has increased, and he's promoting like some new music that he's doing. He's doing appearances, like he's getting paid big money for these appearances. So a lot of people are starting to think that maybe he got beat up, but maybe the story isn't what it's adding up to be.
Well, that'd be a fucking shame. It's a shame regardless.
Yes.
Whether it's made up to sell copies, like people thought Kanye did with his own comments, or if that shit really happened. Either way, it's a fucking shame if any of those alternatives are true.
Because the reason I say this is because it took him I think it took him a little over an hour to actually report it. And when he did show up, he still had the noose hanging from his neck. Now, I don't know. If it were me, I'd take that shit off immediately and be
Right.
like, yo, so I can't, maybe some people are saying that it was theatrical, that he kept it on, or
It's so sticky to
it's
talk
so
about.
crazy,
It's like,
it's
you-
crazy
you-
because you want to believe it, and it's infuriating, and it's sad, and it's like, what the fuck? Because it's believable.
Mhm.
It's believable that Trump's rhetoric would get people to this level.
Mhm.
It's incredibly believable.
Especially if someone wants to rig the next election to really push him out and have someone specifically
Yeah,
come into
and-
office.
and
I mean,
then
this could be
that's
some
the other-
Machiavelli shit, you know?
And then it's not believable because it's like,
Like, who the
things
fuck
aren't
would
adding
do
up.
that,
Like-
man? Like, in this day and age, I mean, I guess. Why
No,
not?
it's believable. That's what I'm saying. It's believable. But then again, he's like promoting all this new music, doing like a lot of promotion, self-promotion for shit. And the sad part is if this ends up not being real, not being true, it's like,
It fucks it up for people who that
my
really
God.
happens to.
you never really needed to do this because you were already popular. People were already fucking with you. It's like, why?
It's like
Now
the girls
people
who
are
claim
saying
that they get.
maybe he was doing some other shit that he wasn't supposed to be doing, and he got fucked up. And it's like, oh shit, what do I say to kind of save my reputation? Let's say this happened, So I don't know. Maybe it's some investigating if you guys want to look into it. I just want to make sure that I just stated it because
That shit
it's
got me
it's
so
weird
heated,
to me.
man.
It was weird to me. It kind of raised some eyebrows because when I first heard it, I was just as mad as you are. Like, what the fuck? Like, how? And this happened in Chicago, like a very blue state, a very democratic state, very liberal. So it was just weird. The way this all, it was like 3 a.m. when the shit went down. It's like things just are weird.
I would
Are
hate
weird.
to
The
think it's a clout
circumstances.
chase.
You
I
know?
would hate to think that.
Yeah, I hate to think that,
The
but
fact that it's a plausible, real thing.
exactly. You can believe that some shit like this happened, and at the same time you're like, oh fuck, but like your behavior after the fact is like, yo, like,
You sound like a dick if you're talking shit about
Yeah.
or questioning it.
yeah,
It's like-
I know. Anyway,
it's
that's just something that I want to just put out there. Maybe you guys look into it if you're interested in it at all, and then
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear about that.
get some feedback later on it. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy.
That is crazy. That's just as crazy as reading in the Wall Street Journal that the U.S. is pulling out of a Reagan era treaty with Russia to not invest any more research or development to nuclear weapons.
Yes,
The U.S. has pulled out
yes, or they've
because we want to develop new shit to defend
We've-
against China.
we've paused it or something. It was something like that.
And also, I have to pee really bad,
I haven't said
But it's
anything,
gonna-
but me too.
but it's gonna fuck up the video. So
all right, we're gonna wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna hit our soapbox talks. Sorry, I got to do soapbox talks. Soapbox talk, just so you know, Devin, it gives you the platform, it gives you the mic on anything you want to talk about, whatever it is. It's your moment. Talk about whatever if you want to promote something, if you have anything bugging you want to talk about, go ahead, say that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this for all you students out there that are in school and this shit is beating you down and you just want to fucking quit. Don't. It's almost over. Everybody's got to do this shit. Secure your bag. And after you graduate, then you can stress about all the shit later of all the wonders in the world. But right now, just stay focused. Get this shit done. I fucking hate school. Everybody hates school. But if you're in it and you already started, finish it. I don't want to hear any dropout stories. Just finish that shit.
Fuck with it.
respect.
Love that.
I
Thank you.
fuck with that.
Filthy.
I never say
Oh.
I'm really challenged with my bladders who reached its limit. So preparation is definitely key. I've found lately that I've cut it really close these days in terms of showing up to appointments. And I think it goes hand in hand with sleeping and waking up. Even if you already have to wake up early to go to work or do whatever it is you have to do, I think that self-care and our relationship with the self directly impacts how we relate to others. And if you're not taking at least 1 hour out of your day to do something for you personally, to better your relationship with yourself, not video games, I'm talking like exercise, not for the sake of getting sexy and fit. No, like going out for a jog and really pushing, like seeing where your wall is and then choosing to push beyond it. Moments like that, or reading a book and taking time to critically think and critically question why you believe what you believe, or why you disagree, or why you do agree. Anything that improves your relationship with yourself. Because without self-care, you can't really care for others. Because the direct level that you care for yourself will eventually impact the way you care for others. And so I really encourage that. And, you know, I say that knowing that I need the advice just as bad. We all do, perpetually, once you're an adult.
No one's perfect. Everyone's always growing.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I knew he was going to say something like that. Dude thinks he's a fucking God's gift to planet Earth.
Hey,
And then you know what? As soon as he's gone, then I think I'm God's gift to fucking planet Earth.
We're all
thanks,
God's gifts.
Filthy. Thank
Biocentrism, right? What about you, Joe?
Shit. Soapbox talk.
You didn't prepare anything.
I didn't prepare anything. I wasn't ready.
Oh, God.
Shit. Let me say this. Shit.
Okay, you said you had a long week.
Yeah. Okay.
So out of the whole week, what is the one lesson you can pull out?
No, that's where I was gonna go with this. I've had a long ass week. It's there's been a shift in a lot of shit that I just wasn't prepared for. But the fact that I wasn't prepared and I was still able to go through it and still, I think, come out pretty good from the situation. It just goes to show that, like, if you don't have to, what's that saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Or
Stay
yeah,
ready. You don't
if
have
you
to
stay
get
ready, you don't have to
Stay
get
ready, my friends.
You know, so
and stay
just,
thirsty.
Just stay ready, like, because at any moment some bullshit could come up, and that's life. Life hits you with bullshit all the time. So just be prepared for anything.
And fuck shortcuts.
Yeah, fuck shortcuts. Hell yeah, fuck shortcuts.
Fuck shortcuts.
Fuck shortcuts.
Fuck shortcuts and stay ready.
Stay ready.
I'm
Stay
feeling
ready
that.
at all times. Fucking stay ready. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 13 of the None of Our Business podcast with our special guest, Devon. We are your hosts, Phillip and Joe. Cianan was missing because he's an asshole. Goodbye. Hey.